gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? It's time for the final countdown. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rock.
Oh, hey. My mama tired of crying. I'm sorry, hey, in the water, way, in the water, way, in the water. I'm on, I'm on. Ain't nobody out here giving me nothing, so I had to find a way. Jumped in that water, drowned a couple times, but I took some time and prayed. Put that on God, I'm slanging 9, fuck a nigga, grab the K. Bitch, I'm a grind, that's the bottom line. I gotta find some paper. Flex on these niggas like fuck these little niggas. Step on these little bitty bitches. 48 grams in a sandwich bag. Ha! Who wants some nickels? No Jacobina, they got a man. Ha! Used to be slippers. Red bottom Fendi, new Louis rag. 50 racks in my denims. Gang. Used to be broke, them bitches tried to take me way down. But I had a flow, so fuck them hoes who never stayed there. My partner switched on me, got hate all on they face now. But I get that cake now, but know that I was way in the water. Way in the water. Way in the water. But now I'm on, oh now I'm on.
Ooh, they talked about me, it was hurting me. I sit right with don't get surgery. Cross the track in that water, we weigh in that water. So Lil Boosie went on the murder spree. I prayed with my daughter, I wanted to tell her father was stepping at 3rd degree. I just played in the hair, put one in the air, and looked at my other clip on the seat. Bitch, I'm weighing that raw. I was down on my dick, and finally, bitch ain't gon' talk to me. All these local lip rappers, they talking shit.
Plus nigga with more money stalking me.
She did tell got yellow since nigga got jealous. We on, stepping in brains, my dust, we on. These niggas got jealous, I put on the pressure, they gone.
Now they know.
We in that wall, we in that water, gotta be brave, in that water. These bitches was shitting on me, niggas quitting on me, now I'm big home. You know what I'm talking about, nigga.
Way in the water. Way in the water. Way in the water. But now I'm on, oh now I'm on.
Watch you get shit on. Everybody get their time to shine.
Oh hey.
Everybody gonna get in that wall.
I'm
What up, Binary?
Yo, you can hear me?
Yes, sir. Trying to figure out where the hell else I got this song playing. 1 second. Damn,
What they talking about? They talking about nothing. What they talking about? They talking about nothing.
Hold on, let me drop and come back. What the hell? Hold up. What
All
the
right.
hell?
We in the meeting room.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I like this.
boardroom. Absolutely.
It's the boardroom.
I got to drop down and come back. I don't know if
All
I
right.
got 2 people going. Hold on. Yeah.
We just waiting. We chilling. Try not to give this man no dead air, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, I'm in the hot seat. What is happening? I'm in the hot seat. Let's see what Envy does. Envy's been doing his homework. My sound is bad too? Ah, man. Lord. Now, if my sound is bad, I don't know what to do about that. Because my shit is so basic. It's like binary fix something. It's like, yeah, I don't know what to fix. Unplug the shit and plug it back in. I don't know. It's about, But shout out, Envy got me in the hot seat. He's going to fix some shit real quick, and he's going to be right back. There you go.
Envy fix some shit. What's good? What's good, man?
Hey, man, chilling, man.
Glad you came through, man. We're in the boardroom. You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
We'll switch it up as we go. So,
okay.
So, hey, chat, what's going on? What I have for you is another PowerPoint presentation. What I'm going to do is I have some banners, and I'm going to put up the banner in so that I can keep along with the chat a little bit so that they can flow with that. Because, I'll chat sometimes like jump ahead with questions or whatnot. So I'm going to show them the banners real quick. And, if they want to add anything as they go, you can also look at the banner so that you have a little bit of idea what we're going to go over. So basically, we're going to go over, we're going to do the overview and criteria, which is easy, right? TSW's feelings on the matter, and can she be given a point of contact? When people asked if she could donate later, you said it doesn't work like that. So is the money being used for operating capital? And where yep, of course. Donations, yep, I got you. You're here, bro. I'm the one and done. After my interview, it is what it is. After that, y'all have fun. I want to know where the donation, or we want to know where the donations are going. Is everything going to the pot? What are the credentials for the judge or host? The son and husband, what are their feelings on the point? Is it any of Beef Sector's business? And LLC and events, we know that you're going to be the manager over the event. You made that clear. And what does it have to do with the LLC? So let's go from the top. Talent show overview and criteria for the contestants. What's up?
Right. Like, you just got to remember, we are still in the beginning stages of all this. And the only reason people have these questions is because we're doing everything publicly. And you know that, right, MV?
Right. I want to show you something real quick. I don't know if you know that I did this exercise in my day. Look at this right here. Right. So attorney Rhea Kim, her and I did a documentary on whether we were going to open up a business or if we were going to get a job. So we literally went through all of our conference calls, gave overviews on the conference calls, who we were going to, what events we were going to do and whatnot. So I'm very, very, very familiar with this situation.
That's what's up. I like that.
Yeah, we did it all wide open, in front of people's faces so they could see how it's going. Okay, so talent show overview and criteria. Go ahead, brother.
All right. So I'm glad that you have that, because now you realize we're at the beginning stages. And when you're at the beginning stages, everything is it's an infant, right? So we haven't really marked out the criteria. TSW is adamant about no cooking, even though she did say, people probably can't find the clip. She did say, but if you want that lemon, then fine. Because, I was pushing for maybe just a plated thing. You know what I mean? They already cook it and it's just plated, but Lemon doesn't want any of that shit. So we're still trying to work out, the rubric and the criteria for how we're going to be judging, or how the judges are going to be judging. And the talent show, we got 9 contestants already, and we said, we didn't want to do it with no less than 10. So we're almost there.
What would you? So basically, with no cooking, do you have would you say the primary thing is singing? Dancing, whatnot, because I can understand the food thing. Presentation is great, but if you don't know how it tastes, you could put shit on a stick. Hey, if anybody, Stargate, I see you back there. If anybody's coming up, just give me a second. I'm going to drop the general link when we get through a few things, Stargate. No disrespect, but I will drop the link in a little bit.
Right. People don't read. People don't read. He clearly said that link was for me, but people ain't read it.
I did. But anybody is welcome to come up when we're finished. We're going to go through this boom, 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 so that, people are live, people have lives, whatever it is. I'm going to get everything you need to know, and then we'll open it up. Okay.
All right, shout out to Peach Tea. Peach Tea, cool as hell. This is Vegas. Your peoples are cool over here.
Oh, yeah. I love them. What's up, Soul Sister? What's up, everybody? I'll try to say what's up as much as I possibly can, but we definitely want to stick to the content, okay?
Exactly.
That's just how I do it. Just because it's a one and done. We're not going to go around them all.
Absolutely. And I'm chilling, just so you know, I'm chilling. You know,
Oh
Lemon, he
yeah,
goes live later, but he's gonna be live for like 18 billion hours, so we
of
good. I'm
course,
chilling.
of course. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Cool. Cool. All right. So the talent overview and whatnot. So let's ask one more thing then with the talent overview. Let's say that I wanted to be a contestant, right? Um, are there things that you're looking for specifically? If I come to you and I say I'm the best singer, I'm the best dancer, I'm the best whatever, what would you say some of the some of the entry criteria is? I know you said it's in the beginning stages, but you have nine
Right.
contestants. You have nine contestants, so you have a general idea what you're looking for.
Right, 9 contestants, and it's a talent show, so we don't have a general idea of what we're looking for. Meaning, if somebody's gonna, I mean, it's a variety of things. Somebody could cam up and start juggling up in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? So you just never know. It has to
Right,
be one of those things where is your talent? Let me rephrase that. Does your talent outshine the next person's talent? It is what
right.
it is. Are we more wowed by the juggling act or that lady singing the Black National Anthem or some shit? I don't know.
Right. And I mean,
Exactly.
as the only overview, people did ask me to ask you what we could look forward to. Like, and I would assume that means like the organization of it, like are there
Right.
going to be rounds? Are there going to be eliminations along the way? Like, I
Right.
know it's in the beginning stages, but just, as an overview of what are thinking in your head, what do would you say there's going to be rounds,
You know what's
eliminations?
crazy is I was thinking of rounds, but then
Right.
people were actually saying that's going to be too damn long, and then I kind of factored in like the time and stuff, and maybe they're right. Like I don't know how long Lemon wants this event to be. You know what I mean? So that's all contingent upon how long he wants the event to be.
Me personally, I wish y'all would do it in a couple days. I wish like the first round would be like,
Oh wow,
elimination round, elimination show and then do a final, because I know that you said that you wanted to.
elimination show. Yeah, like a little pre-show I
Yeah.
wanted to do, but I
Mm-hmm.
like that. Let me write
Mm-hmm.
that shit
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. Write that shit down. We're in the meeting room, bro. Okay. Write everything down. I want notebooks. I want every goddamn thing. Okay. You don't come to my boardroom on some bullshit. Okay. Um,
Okay.
okay, so let's go ahead and get past the first messy situation, right? Okay, so
Okay.
let's just go right past Sir King's feelings on the matter. Okay, I'm gonna
Damn,
take them. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna
you
read
ain't
it to
playing.
you. Yeah. Lemon, you can't be this dumb, can you? Your ass is about to get set up. These fools are going to have adult protection services knocking at your door soon. That lady does not sound well, and there are forces united to alert her family that she is being taken advantage of by people online. And when they show the authorities all the evidence, who does the evidence point to? You. Who is receiving the money? You. Wake up, dub dub. You about to go to jail for exploiting of a vulnerable member of society. You about have the authorities and her family members on your ass. So you're the manager. What do we think about that?
Right. That's coming from a perspective. That's one thing that we have to remember that that's a perspective. And I don't know if Sir King realizes that TSW is the one that came to us or came to Lemon, for to match his donation. So I mean, I don't get I don't get how we landed here when this was her idea. Nobody's taking advantage of nobody. She clearly stated out of her own mouth that she would not have gave if she didn't want to give. She clearly said that.
Damn. Okay, but okay. So, do you feel that she's feeling exactly the same way after all the events are uncovering? Because I believe that she's in the mind state of, I think she's in the mind state of, I feel like I did something wrong. Just my feelings on the matter. And the two-part question to that or suggestion, whatever you want to take it as, um, I know that you're doing an agreement. I know it was called like the janky whatever it was. You're doing the agreement.
Hmm.
Can you put something? Okay, so TSW's feelings would be the first question, and then a suggestion would be: can you designate her a point of contact so she doesn't have to talk to 15 million people with 10 opinions apiece?
All right. So, what was the first one again? I'm sorry.
It was basically TSW's overall feeling. Do you know what her feeling is as of right now? Because the streets are saying that she's uncomfortable and feels like she did something wrong and feels attacked. And then two, to circumvent that, could you provide her with a point of contact,
Okay.
like an
Okay.
exclusive point of contact in your operating agreement?
All right. So as far as she's feeling right this second, I have no idea. Right. And what's crazy is for me, because of the role that I'm in right now, the B sector streets were a little slow. Now I was looking for stuff going on, but the reason why I say the B sector streets were a little slow is because I did not see TSW hardly anywhere today. So I was shocked by that. I could have sworn somebody would, want to speak to her. The last time we talked to TSW and everybody heard it, she was in good spirits. She was happy to have gave, and she said she could have gave the whole thing if that's what Lemon wanted, but he said nah, he's good with what so I mean, her feelings the last time we left off, she was good. Now what's happening though is when we first started talking to her, she said, I feel bad that something that I did for good seems to be turning out for bad. Now, if you really listen to that statement she made, you could tell that she had sympathy towards Lemon because she sees how everybody is trying to come at Lemon. You know what I mean? And she's starting to see that. She notices that. So I think that's why she said that something's turning into bad because of all the heat Lemon is getting for this.
Okay.
Because she low key is getting a lot of traffic to our channel because of this.
She is. I mean, so you're saying it's a partial barter for promotion.
Feels obviously. Like it. It feels like it. Yep.
Okay. All right. So we're moving on to, when people asked if she could donate later, you said it doesn't work like that. So is the money being used for operating expenses before the event? And what do you mean by it doesn't work like that? Because I know that people were very concerned about, hey, can she just go ahead and donate like a couple days before the event? So if you can explain that to the people, I'm sure that'd be helpful out in the streets.
Yeah, so it doesn't work like that. One thing that Lemon and I discussed, and this was before the actual exchange of money happened. This was like a live or two before that. We discussed like, dang, what if she's like, and this was on a live. I just can't remember the live stream, or I don't have no timestamps either. But we discussed like, dang, what if she's just playing around? He was like, well, I'm still giving my 1,000. You know what I mean? So It is what it is. But then I was like, okay, but we're going to be promoting 2,000. So what do you think we should do? And that's when he actually suggested that we do 500 now and then 500 later. And I wrote that down. Now, just because I didn't do it that day, because I was waiting, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait for my opportunity to see if she's willing to give 500, now and then 500 later, because that's something he wanted. So I knew that ahead of time. So when Tracy or somebody was like, can't she just donate later? Can't she just do that? I'm like, it doesn't work that way because I already wrote down what he wanted to do. You see, I'm like helping this dude. I'm helping this dude, but I'm just doing it openly. That's all.
That makes sense. Yes, I know that people are going to be looking into it like that. I totally understand that Lemon, it could focus on not bigger and better things, but more the show aspect. I get that. So I know that everybody's going to be like, well, Code, yeah, he's got a good heart. He's helping, but how is he being compensated? Because you did openly say that you're getting paid. Now, do I think that getting paid under the table? Do I think that's like trolling and whatnot? Absolutely, I do. But can you explain that? And we're going to get into that. Trust me, because I know some of the things you would say and some of the things you wouldn't say.
Right.
So can we get into your compensation? Because people are going to want to know that.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So what people don't realize is Lemon at first was like, okay, Binary, you can be a judge, right? Then I was like, cool. I'll be a judge. But then when it switched up and I became the co-host, I told Lemon that's like a higher, you know what I mean? That's like a higher tier of the show. Like you're putting a bigger title on me. If I'm the co-host, you're putting a bigger title on me. And so I'm going to need more money to do what I'm going to be doing. And he was like, oh, no doubt. I got you. I'll be paying you more money. Was there an amount? No, but he's paying me more money.
Understood.
Okay.
Understood. Cool. So, I mean, that goes right into, let's see, what else do I got? I'm supposed to keep myself. Okay. So that really goes right into another question that we do have. So let's say that I'm donator 1. Envy wants to donate $100. Now, is all of my $100 going to the prize pot, or is that going towards some other expenses?
Right, that's a good question because I'm curious to find out tonight if Lemon is going to have a cap. And if Lemon has a cap, that's going to set the beef sector streets on fire, and everybody and their grandmama knows it. So
Yeah.
so I'm gonna find that out tonight if he has a
What up,
cap.
Chucky?
So if he doesn't have a cap, then every single penny that gets donated is going to the pot. Of course, that's only ethical and moral and the right thing to do.
Right. Okay. Well, okay. Let's say, okay. So that makes sense. The cap. Cool.
Mhm.
Now, okay. Are we going to know what the cap is? Like, let's say,
Yeah. If he has a cap, yeah.
Well, let's say,
I'm answering for him, but I shouldn't. Go ahead.
right. Let's say that I'm like, Code, you know what? I'm feeling good today. Like, literally today, here's $100. Done. Right. Like, how do I know if my $100 went to the damn pot, or it went to the cap, or went to the judges, or went to the whatever? Question. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question,
because it's not fair. Yeah, it's not fair. I don't feel when people are like, okay, well, you're capped off, and you're like, oh damn, I was thinking about donating. It's kind of unfair to the people that that donated before the cap, right?
I understand what you're saying. But the people that actually donated just wanted to see, you know what I mean, the goal, because a cap is pretty much a goal anyways. That the goal was reached,
right?
And then after that, if you're not a supporter of Lemon or any of the judges or any of the contestants, and you're not having a good time, then by all means don't give extra or whatever. But if you are a supporter of Lemon and all the judges and the contestants, and you're actually having a good time there, even if it turns out to be a shit show, why wouldn't you want to support all those that are involved? That's just selfish if you don't. Just saying.
Right. True. And I did hear a lot of stuff that I do agree with. Like you definitely said, what's wrong with monetizing something? What's wrong with two brothers getting together and doing this and that? Like I'm right down the middle. I'm just asking the questions that people want to know. And when we open it up and people can, come up here and whatnot, we'll give a little bit more of our opinion. So you just know that I'm like right down the middle with it. So I'm asking questions basically to get my own clarity.
This is a great interview, man. I appreciate
it. No problem. Okay. So we asked about the credentials for the contestants. We got that down. How many judges are there so far? Is there 5?
There are 5 judges. Yeah.
Okay, because people mixed that up. They said 9 judges, 5.
Oh, that's tough.
5 contestants, 9 judges. Tough. Yeah, that'd be a tough day for everybody. That's what I heard. I was like, man, please get off me. I know I'm doing the interview, but relax. I don't think there's 9 judges. But anyway, can you give us some of the, do you have to have credentials to be a judge and or co-host? The reason why I'm asking is because there are newer people, and then there are other people that, like, let's just put it out there. Hell with it. Like Audio Pope, for example, and like Dragons, for example. Like those 2 people, I would assume, would be the people's most concerned about that. So can you give us some of the credentials that the judges or hosts got going on? Because, there's going to be bias. That's going to be the thing. Course. Okay.
Of course, yeah. I think it's just based on personality and what Lemon thought would be good. Like the type of personalities coming together that would be good. You know what I mean? And
right.
You got to respect that man's opinion. So there's really no real credentials to be a judge. Just Lemon putting a show together and thinking these would make the most sense. He wants a Dragons because of the controversy. If y'all don't see the controversy that comes with Dragons, y'all are blind. Because Dragons has a shot here. She can either prove herself to be actually a dope-ass judge and understand how to conduct herself as a judge, because it's different than what she typically does on a panel, or she could be typical Dragons and F up the show. I mean, either way you win if you're Lemon. You know what I'm saying? So
understood. Yeah. In comments, I promise I'll get to y'all. If you're just coming in, I will definitely get to the comments. We're going to get through these questions, and then we're going to open it up to you all. Okay, so what I wanted to ask along with that question would be, something along the lines of, you said that, Lemon's the final say, and that makes sense. Like, you're the manager. Like, nobody, if I'm managing a music artist, I don't say get on stage tomorrow. I get it. Um, definitely not my role. So you said, for example, you were like, tell Lemon to name all nine contestants, right?
Correct.
And I get what you're saying by that, because you're basically saying that you are organizing, the all the moving parts. I get
Right.
that. But along the way, if he doesn't know all of the stuff that you have taken, decisions on and pulled contestants in, if he can't name them, how does he make the final decision? Can he get rid of some of those contestants if he feels
Right. No.
wrong?
When it comes to the actual contestants, I never put them down on the list unless he says okay. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like he has to say okay. So he knows that we have 9, and he knows he approved all 9 of those. I would never put a contestant. Like for instance, I have an area on this document that I'm looking. I have an area on my notes, and it says potential contestants, and Reed is the only one. You know what I mean? And then it says low
Okay.
low for the after show. So I would take that tonight, bring it to Lemon, and see if he's cool with that. And if he's cool with that, we'll make sure Reed is still cool with it, and we'll add her to the list. So the list went through that process with everybody, if that makes sense. It went through
Okay.
that process with everybody. So he knows that there are 9 solid contestants, but he couldn't name them. And check
Right.
this out. There's no way that I would be able to name them if I didn't have the list. Just saying. So that wasn't no dig at Lemon. That was just trying to let
Right.
people know my worth. That's all.
No, I get that. I totally get that. Like
Yep.
nobody needs a manager if they know everything, right?
Exactly.
So I totally understand that. I just wanted to get some clarity on exactly what that meant, because people are going to be like, well, you chose the 9 contestants and you said Lemon can't name them, so obviously he's not making final decisions. So that's just a question I wanted to ask, get that out of the way.
Right. Hopefully you see it differently now.
I do. I
Okay.
do. I'm very fair. Like,
That's what's
like
up.
I'm
I
willing to tell
appreciate
you,
that.
I will tell you you're full of shit at any given time during
Okay.
this interview.
Yeah.
Okay.
hmm
All right.
Everything I do and say to you, I'm trying my hardest to be as honest as possible. Just so
Oh,
you know.
don't worry, you'll be honest.
Okay. All right.
I'll get down to the bottom of it. We're just getting through the
Okay.
questions now. But binary I fucks with you, so you're in
That's what's
good
up.
company. I mean, the boardroom. We went into the nice one today. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, all right, let's hit the sensitive situation, right? I think that everybody can get past everything that we talked about thus far. Now, I know the sensitive matter right now is how the family feels. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
And there's going to be some people in here that know what the hell I'm talking about, and some people that don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So when I pull this up, this is not to get an emotion out of you. I do want to know what you think, but I want the people to hear it for themselves, and then we can go from there, because this seems to be the main thing that won't go away. Period.
Right.
So the best thing I can do is we can listen to it together. The people can listen to it and you can respond. All
Yeah.
right, let me
Let's do that.
see here. Okay, 1 second. All right. Okay. So y'all, just so you know, this is actually, hold on, let me take down the banner real quick here. This is actually the son, when the son enters the room and his mom is being asked about the money and the particulars about the event. So listen carefully.
Because she's funny too, and I think that she would be a good person to be a judge as well.
I
Hey,
do too.
Lemon, do you want me?
That
Funny
is
too.
the
It's all
son's
about
voice
Mika.
for
Bring
sure.
it
Mika.
up. You're gonna send
Well, I didn't.
Thanks,
Poor
Tracy, for bringing this shit
Mika.
up. You're gonna send
Well, I didn't know. I didn't. I just thought about Mika. That's all I did, and I was
And
like,
he's
oh,
so
okay, I'm
mad
gonna
he's
just send
about
her
to
in because
curse.
she's funny too, and I think that she would be a good person to be a judge as well.
I
Hey,
do too.
Lemon, do you want me to write up an agreement?
Hey,
I can do
girl.
that. They don't care. They don't care about you. They can care less about what you do.
What?
Oh wait.
I agree with her son.
Who is that?
That's pretty much enough there, right? So everybody, if you it was kind of low, but the son basically was saying that, they're taking advantage of you. Don't do it, XYZ. Now, I didn't hear the husband at all whatsoever, so I'm going to ask Binary directly, like, how does the husband and or son feel about this, and are they on different pages, everybody in agreement? Can you explain that a little bit? And how did you feel about when you heard that when you heard the son come in and do that, because a lot of people are saying that maybe it should have been like halted or make sure that everybody felt good about it, whatever. So sorry, that was
Right.
long-winded. Go ahead.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So last time that I checked, she got the okay from the hubby before she even sent a deposit. Last time that I checked, the hubby was on board with everything when she mentioned it to him. When she first said it to Lemon that she was going to match, she spoke to her husband and she said that he was cool with it. All right. Now, what people aren't hearing in that clip, and maybe you might have to play it again because I know I listened to it 8 million times and I don't know if my ears are just deceiving me. But towards the end there, before you ended that clip, the son said they don't care about what you do. Can you play that clip again, please, and see if we hear that at the end?
Yeah, that would definitely make a difference.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
And if he said they don't care about what you do, Envy already knows which way I'm going. So
I do know. All right, let me stop that right there. I'll play it one more time. He did say they don't care about you, but he also did say they don't care what you do. Let's listen to it. Let's listen to it one more time because I feel like they were saying it in two different ways. But let's listen to it one more time and let the people interpret what's going on. Okay. All right.
You got to share your screen, big dog.
Oh, wow. I'm tripping. My bad, y'all. Hey, Ryan, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Shout out to Ryan.
Thank you so much, Ryan. I appreciate
Ryan
you.
Mindfulness.
Thank you.
There we go.
Very much so a supporter over here. All right. So did you hear it the first time I played it or I didn't share screen?
You didn't share screen, but it was a cool effect, though. It was
okay.
Cool, they don't care about you. They can care less about what you do. They don't care.
See, I'm going to stop it and I'm going to play it a couple more times because the main thing we're trying to figure out right here is you said that she was saying, hey, they don't care about you versus they don't care what you do. And
right. He may have said it both. He may have said it both, but he did say both. They don't care about what you do. So go ahead and
all right.
unmute.
Okay, here we go. Hold on, one more time.
An agreement. I can do that. They don't care. They don't care about you. They can care less about what you do. They don't care. They don't care about you. They can care less about what you do. Do that. They don't care. They don't care about you. They can care less about what you do. They don't care. They don't care about you. They can care less about what you do.
All right, so we can both agree that he said both. So
definitely.
Where are we leaning on that? Because he definitely said, now, I don't know who's taking it into context and out of context, but he said they don't care about you. And then he did say they don't care what you do. So I don't know if that's also a follow-up response that he's pissed off, because here's the thing, Binary. What was it? 3-4 minutes later after that situation, remember when she said, you don't curse in my house?
Yeah.
So basically, if he did say they don't care what you do and he was for it, why was he cursing after the fact?
I mean, hey, you're asking the good questions.
I'm trying.
And the reason why I'm like fixated on that they don't care or they don't care about what you do is because she was probably trying to explain to her son. Mind you, she wanted to use her son's phone because her phone, the battery was bugging out. And so now her Cash App is on his phone, and now he's seeing money on his phone, trying to figure out what in the heck is going on here, Mom. That's just my interpretation. Because when she was like, I had to use his phone, that was my son. I was talking to him, not y'all, whatever. That's what she was saying. They don't care about you. They don't care about what you do. That was the reason he said that, is because why would he bring up what she does? Because she had to have been trying to explain to him what was going on. And to the average person, if you're trying to listen to somebody talk about any kind of interactions on this app, it's going to sound funny if you're not familiar. They're going to help me with my channel. We're doing a talent show. We're doing this. We're doing that. And the kid is 15 years old. It's going to sound weird to him. He doesn't understand what's happening over here.
So, in your own opinion, as of right this moment of us talking, do you think that the son is upset?
I don't.
Okay, you don't. All right, so let's also ask, how do you feel like the father is, and have you had direct contact with the father? Because here's why I'm saying this, because if you don't talk to the horse, then you don't know what's coming out of the horse's mouth, right? Is this hearsay that the husband is all for it, or is this just your assumption?
No, this is one of those things where you believe the woman that's giving you the money that says her husband is cool with it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't
Well,
have to hear him say that. She said it. She said he was cool with it.
now, Lil Mama Obama. Now, did she actually come back to the live? She says she came back to the live, told everyone exactly how her
I
son
didn't hear
felt.
that. I didn't hear
Now,
that.
Lil Mama Obama, I think, are you referring to also when he was cursing? Because I know for sure that he was.
I know he said we were fake. I know that.
Jesus, that's not enough, binary. He said y'all are fake, so he's upset, right? So
Yeah,
basically,
he was upset
we
then.
can
I don't think
close.
he's upset now, but who am I? I'm just
Yeah, so we could definitely close out that part of the situation, right? Um, let's see, Molly, I'll get to you in just a minute. I'm sure, Molly, that you're writing something that'll, change the whole game or whatever. Okay, so I'm glad we got down to that because basically I personally feel like the son is upset. And I'm gonna go ahead and underscore that with you saying if you don't know what the hell's going on, on internet, if you're not a YouTube person or you don't understand the
exactly.
sectors or you've never seen a talent show or whatever the case may be, I think that I would be pissed that my mom didn't at least like explain it to me. So, one perspective could be
No, I
that the
think she
son is.
tried to explain it to him, but I mean, what you just said to us was normal, but to the average person that ain't on this shit, how can you really explain it?
Yeah, you really can't. But okay, so we're saying, okay,
That's
so
why he
you're.
said, because this is just me, this is speculation, and this is me probably over analyzing. But maybe he says they don't care about what you do because maybe he doesn't really care about what she does on the internet. To even listen to her try to explain it.
Okay. But
Just
binary,
saying.
I'm just more on the side of the fact that, okay, so if we I'm going to say this one more time. Sorry for the repetitive commentary, y'all, but I just want to get this clear because I know this
Mhm.
is the main sticking point and we got to get the sticking points out of the way. Okay. So to be clear, as of the conversation that he had with whether it be syntax error of they don't care what you do or they don't care about you, okay, fine, we can interpret that the way that we want. But the fact that he went and he was cursing and doing some more stuff, we could pretty much say that the son is not happy, but that could come from two perspectives. Number one, if he doesn't know about YouTube at all, whatever, and
Exactly.
he feels like she should have like maybe brought him up to speed on it, like, mom, what the hell are you doing? Or it could definitely be that she is being, or he feels like she's being taken advantage of monetarily.
Yeah, or it could be both. I mean, it doesn't have to be either or. It can be both. He could probably not understand it and think that his mom is getting ripped off. But the craziest thing is everybody over here that's making this an issue understands what's happening, but y'all are making it an issue and it's not. That's the craziest thing. Y'all know Lemon's not taking advantage of this woman. She's not. I mean, he's not. This is something she volunteered. This is something she wanted to do. And I know one of the questions is, what if that was your mom, binary? And the craziest thing is I went back in my mind to when I was 15, and I would never talk to my mom or tap my mom's pockets or be pocket watching my mom. My mom, when I was 15, I've never once consulted with my mom about finances when I was 15. My mom did whatever the hell she wanted to do with her money. I would never be like, no, mom, don't go buy this. No, mom, don't. Who the hell am I at 15 to be like, mom, don't do something with your money that you earned, that you work for? I know I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
I
wouldn't
mean,
do
me personally, my mom would tell me to go mind my own damn business.
it. At
I mean,
15 too? Come on, man. Stop.
but at the same time, you're protective at that age. So okay, so let's just conclude that with the son is not happy with what the situation is, and however people want to interpret that, I think that me going back to her having a point of contact would be so much more professional, in my opinion, where the son would be like, oh, you're talking to binary, because damn well she's telling her son, I went to Pizarro's, I went to Breeds, I went to Codes, I went, yeah.
Maybe. Maybe
That's
if she's even telling him that. He's 15. The way she talks to him, it's like
15-year-olds
pretty much
are on the
the way she
internet,
talks to
binary.
him, though, it's like mind your own business is
She
pretty much what
does.
she's saying.
I-
And you're right, though. You're right. 15-year-olds are on the internet, so it's really not that much explaining that needs to be
yeah,
done.
yeah.
You are
Let's
right.
not.
I'm tripping
Let's
on
not.
that. I'm the
Right.
only old head.
Right. I mean, 15-year-olds have iPhones. Okay.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. You're right.
It's the
You're right.
thing. Okay. So yeah, he's very aware of what's going on. Okay.
Okay, I can give you
guarantee.
that.
Okay.
I can give you that.
Cool. Yeah.
Perspective.
So he's caught chasing his mom. Okay. Cool. Um. All right, here's the question of the hour. All right, so I hear beef sector. You're taking beef sector money and you're making beef sector content under the stipulation that they get a membership. Beef sector, right? And I get it. So let me ask you directly: Is this any of beef sector's business? What you and Lemon are doing?
I think so, because Lemon is beef sector and he's doing this for the beef sector. You know what I mean? Although other sectors are merging to have this successful talent show happen, Lemon is beef sector. So of course this is beef sector business.
Okay. So do you feel like they're giving you a hard time as being an outsider, because they are parlaying this into the Umar boys effect? Well, you know that, I know that, so if somebody were to come at you directly about that, oh, the Umar boys are coming over here to do XYZ again and take beef sector money, whoop de whoop, how would you respond to the criticism based on that?
Well, if I was over here to take beef sector money, why does Remix from my sector owe me $100? Because he told me he told me that I was not going to go live at all this week, right? And so I went live today, and here I am with Envy. So Remix from the Umar sector owes me money. I want my money. Okay, so there's that. So it's not like I'm coming over here to just take money from beef sector people. I know my worth, I know my value, and I know exactly what I'm doing on these YouTube streets. You know what I mean? And people that rock with me, they rock with me. If they don't, they don't. It is what it is. But I'm still taking money from the Umar sector. He owes me $100. Just saying.
Wow. You're never mind. Okay, so right, that sounded good. Jesus Christ, fucking Mr.
It's definitely
Wordplay.
the B sector's business, though. It's definitely the B sector's business, because Lemon is doing this. I mean, this talent show has the streets buzzing. And what's crazy is people want to see what they perceive that's going to be a shit show so bad. Try to say that. Shit show so bad.
So bad. Damn. Okay.
They want to see that so bad that they want us to speed up the date. Oh, man, I thought it was 31st. Man, was it 3rd? Now it's 13th. Man, what's going on? They want that shit to happen tomorrow.
Oh, they most definitely want you all to crash out. Okay. So I know that I know people are definitely also concerned about, okay, so if you put a cap on the pot, whatever you do with the pot, how much is being... I know people want to know, like, are there tiers? Are you getting more for if you're a host, if you're a judge, if there's whatever? You guys have a lot of overhead for there only to be like donations. So does the overhead come from your pocket? Does the overhead come from donations? That's another question on where do people expect that their money is going? Like, how are you going to pay the overhead?
That's an excellent question. So Lemon is coming with his own pockets, which is crazy, right? So whatever he's paying the judges, whatever he's paying me, that's all out of his pocket. And whatever he added to the pot, that's all out of his pocket. So the overhead cost is coming from Lemon. You know what I mean? And I don't know if he wants to recoup any of that cost. That's why I'm going to ask today if he wants to cap, because a cap will, allow him to recoup or not even have to pay us because people gave so much that they're paying us, if that makes sense.
No, that does make sense.
Okay.
That definitely makes sense. I mean, you know, to have budget on your agreement you did would be pretty normal in the
Okay, good. And that's
yeah.
where a lot of people, now I might be bringing up a sensitive topic, but that's where a lot of people get upset with me because I said we want to be throwing out those numbers like with real money. That's why I'm glad TSW gave the way she did, because now when we say it, we can say it with confidence and we don't have to guess if she's going to give or not, which is cool. And now the contestants, people are going to want to be contestants now. They know it's real money. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that was one of TSW's wishes, was that her money would draw more people. And I think it's happening.
It is happening, and I totally can understand. So basically you're saying like the purpose of getting the money up front would not be another narrative based on, is this BS? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a money grab. So
Exactly.
if there's actually skin in the game, obviously, then people take it a little bit more seriously. So
yeah, and that's her wishes. I'll go through hell. I've been going through hell because of that, but I'll go through it just to, make sure, you know what I mean, that what she wanted is happening. And the 9 contestants we have, they are all serious. And that's one thing, I pride myself on. They're all serious.
They're all serious. Okay. Yep. So we're towards the end here. Okay. Let's go. Before we're going to open it up right after this. I'm going to actually drop the link, and it's going to be a good time, I'm sure. So, and I will pin it and all that other wonderful stuff. Okay. So, I'm just going to tell you what it is about this LLC bullshit. I think it's trolling and nonsense, because, one of the things that you did say, as I said, that you're getting paid under the table. So, those are context clues, right? To other things being bullshit. You guys are having fun with that. Okay. So I think you said it's going to be called Lemon and Binary LLC.
Right. Yeah. That's what Lemon came up with. Because at first he said Lemon LLC. And I was like, where am I at in this? And then he said, Lemon and Binary LLC. So I was like, that's cool.
Okay, so all right, so I'll stick to the LLC thing for one more minute, man, because it's just crazy. Binary and Lemon LLC. Okay, all right.
No, so it's Lemon first. I don't know how his ego is. You just never know.
You never know. You gonna put that on the building? Lemon and Binary. Oh my God. Okay. And company and friends.
Oh, and company. You're joining in?
No, I'm not. No,
we're gonna go public, man.
Good. You could take the money that I donate to this crazy ass competition and put it towards my first investment. Okay, I'm sure your stocks are going to start at about $3.45. Hey. It's all good. Yeah. All right. So the LLC. Okay, cool. But the purpose of the LLC moving forward, how do you envision that? Like, now, the reason why I'm asking directly is because the people need to separate the two. So I knew that you said it about 4 or 5 or probably even 15 times last night. You're the manager over the event,
exactly,
but not the manager over Lemon. I need to make that clear because my trolling dumbass said I was buying the name Lemon. You know what I'm saying? And people, and I don't know how they thought that. Like I was going to go in the grocery store and tell people take that damn sign down or give me royalties or whatever. But yeah, that's my shit. So can you explain to the people? Okay, we know the management of the event. We kind of got that down.
Right.
And I'm also still going to ask you if TSW could get, a representative so that she feels like she's just not out there blowing in the wind. You know how many people probably talk to her behind the scenes by now.
Right. Yeah.
But okay, so let's go right into okay, we got the separation from the manager. Could you roll us into the LLC a little bit? Do your pre-promotion. Let's go.
Yeah, so that's still in the beginning stages. We're trying to see how this talent show maps out and pans out and stuff, and then we will go on, like, it would be more of like a promotional thing, if that makes sense.
Brenda,
I don't know if that makes sense.
Hey y'all.
Hey,
what's
Brenda?
up, Brenda?
You're first. Oh boy,
she's coming up here laughing at me. Oh God,
Cold, you are cold. Cold, you so damn messy. I told you this before. You're so damn messy. Let me tell you. Here's why I say you're messy, right, Cole?
Okay.
Because you are in
Love
college.
Joy.
You are a college educated man, which means you're
Mm,
smart. Hey, you're smart, right? So you know how this goes, right? I hope y'all are joking about the LLC, right?
We're gonna see. I don't know. You just never know.
Binary. See,
You
this why
never
I
know.
know. This is why I know you're playing, right? If you have to open up an LLC to do a contest on YouTube, cancel that. Booker. Get out, get out. I
We
mean,
don't need the
run.
LLC for this talent show.
Right,
We're trying to work ahead. You know what I mean? And we're just doing it out in the
right.
open. So this
Okay.
isn't for the LLC. Would not be for this show. That's not why we're creating it. We're creating
Diva
it for
wants
Okay.
to know.
business purposes.
Diva's itching her ass right now to see if you'll be okay with her coming up, or if you'll freak out.
No, I'm not. Yeah, whatever. It is what it is.
Well,
You have been invited, Diva. What's
Hey,
up, Dory? All right, let's
hey,
go.
everybody.
What
hey.
up?
Hey,
All
Um,
right.
Hey,
so I'm going to speak just quickly to the TSW malarkey. This is the biggest foolery that I have seen thus far in a competition. I got to tell you, okay? One, it leaves me the two places that Sir King put his thing up about LW. So I said, what in the entire hell is going on here,
mm,
right? Then Envy plays the recording of her son, right? I'm going to tell you, as someone who has done competitions in the past. If anything remotely, like somebody's son getting on or even biting at the nip, that there's going to be some confusion with someone of an older age and problems with money, the way I would have refunded that lady her money, because
mm.
you will never come back to bite me in the ass over some ducats, okay? And that's what I don't want to throw a negative energy out there. Y'all better be careful with that situation. It sounds like a nightmare waiting to happen to me, right?
Mm.
Now y'all are saying that this is going to bring more contestants in. It ain't bringing contestants in thus far, right? Y'all still waiting on a list of the people doing the talent. It has brought a lot of drama in,
Right.
absolutely. And I'll tell you this, drama is good for competitions. It is. It's going to bring a crowd, but you wanted to bring contestants, right? And so
Yeah.
that part, I think y'all haven't gotten to yet because y'all trying to put out all of the figure out everything, how you're going to do
I hear
everything,
what you're saying. Yeah. Mhm.
which is why you
We
go
really
live.
just need one more contestant, Brenda. That's all we
Okay,
need for our
okay,
for the minimum that we wanted. You know what I mean?
and this is great. But like that. I didn't hear it, Envy. Thank you for playing that. But that recording is
Hmm.
something that I could see coming back later with her family, trying to recoup that money somehow, some way. But y'all can do whatever you want to. I mean, if she's in her right mind, she's sane, she doesn't have any other problems. Like, one, why is she going on panels having conversations about this? That's one question I had. Why is
Hey,
that?
hey, her channel. I'm telling you, her channel is taking off. I know. I went there. I know. I watched a whole bunch of videos.
So she goes, TSW goes live.
I know she doesn't go live like she does YouTube Shorts primarily.
I just would. First of all, I can't even imagine someone trying to donate to me and being questioned about it. I probably would lose my ish because
Right.
like
Yeah. No, that's facts.
that's weird to me. I heard about that, but the fact, I mean, she hit the panel, so you can't say anything about it, right? The
Hmm.
fact that she hit the panel, but I wish somebody would try to question somebody who wants to donate to me, because I have some very nice subscribers who do donate to my competitions. And if somebody ever questioned my subs, the way I would get on, I would light up my panel, go
Mm,
off, because people donate to where they want to,
exactly.
and I don't think that they
And
should
you
be
know that's
questioned.
actually her mindset is I'm
Hmm.
donating where I want. Like she said that. She wants to do this. She said that I don't know how many times. Because people keep pressing the issue, but she always goes back to this is what I want to do. I want to do.
Right. And
So,
she's an adult and
so
she gets
I,
to share.
I'm
Go
sorry,
ahead,
Brenda.
go
I don't
Joy.
mean to cut you off, but I need to get this out
Hmm.
real quick because I'm
Hmm.
boiling right now. One of the things
Uh-oh.
that I do want to say,
Uh-oh.
Binary, is what happens if she don't give the other 500?
Then they're just at 1,000 because he's matching. No harm, no foul. That's what I say. This is what I said before, right? I don't know
And
where I
that
was
five,
when I said this, right? You don't start telling. So right now you don't have $1,000 pot, right? Well, you do. because she put in 500 and Lemon said he's going to match it. So your pot is only at 1,000. It is
No, the
not at
pot is at the pot is
2,000.
at 15. The pot is at 1,500 because
How?
Lemon is putting up 1,000 and she's already gave 500.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Okay,
right.
so then you're at 1,500, right?
So
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 you don't
what
count money you
happens?
don't receive.
So what happens if she don't give the additional 500?
Then they're just at 1,500. No harm, no
Binary,
foul. What can they
binary.
do?
I'm definitely
Well,
in
I'm
agreement with
confused.
Brenda. Like, what am I
It's
gonna
at
do? I'm not gonna
1,500, Lovejoy.
I was only asking that question because he's
Mm-hmm.
drawing up documentation saying that she gave this, she gave that. Let me put up this, he put up that. So at the end of the
I'm not
day,
gonna put a stipulation in there that she has to pay
But
the remaining money.
okay,
I'm not gonna
okay,
and
do
as
that's
that.
far
all.
as
I know that.
binary,
That's
Soul
can
all
you
I
give
was
a
Sister.
asking.
cost
I see what you're
It
breakdown?
doing
Can
there.
you
That's
give a
all I
it
was
it
asking.
it
That's all
Soul
it's
I
a
was
can you
Sister.
give
volun
a cost breakdown?
Let me
Can you
it's
make
give
a
a
sure this
cost
is
volun
Soul
breakdown?
Sister. Absolutely, y'all can get that. Let me
it's a
see if this is Soul
voluntary
Sister.
donation. Like this is getting
I
West,
agree
ridiculous.
100%.
West,
So,
Yeah.
Soul
hey, salute,
Sister,
Shout out to Mr. West.
salute,
Soul
envy,
Oh
salute,
Sister.
Jesus.
binary.
Hey,
Yes.
Now,
Mr. West.
binary.
Yes,
Salute,
sir.
Dory. My bad. Salute everybody on the panel. Binary.
Yes, sir.
So you are over the talent show because last night, you remember in the comments you said, "I am not over
I'm
there."
not trying to be funny, but people were up here before you, Wes. But go ahead. I mean,
Damn.
True.
Cayman just
Brenda,
talking
you've been
over
in the
people.
streets. You've been in the streets doing a whole bunch of chaos. I'm gonna get to you.
Soul
You
Sister.
don't
Is this you
worry.
or
This is not
not?
about me.
Soul
It's
Sister.
me.
Is this you? Okay.
It's
All right.
me. It's
Continue.
me.
Go ahead, y'all.
Envy, let me know when it's my turn to talk. I've been on mute.
Yeah, that's
Dory, go ahead. West,
Shit.
West,
that's
one
all I want to
second.
know. I was waiting for
What's
binary to answer that.
no,
Seriously.
I
I didn't
want
hear
you
the
to ask
question
that
though, Wes.
question. Just hold on. Just hold on 1 second. I want you to ask the question. Dory, go ahead.
Okay, I heard the young lady. I don't know your name. My apologies. You were saying that Lemon's given 1,000, and she's already, and then this TSW has already given 500. So it's capped at. Well, it's not capped at 1,500 because didn't Lemon say that if she doesn't give the other half, then it would be he'd match it. So that means it would cap at 2,000.
So if she doesn't get the other five, then it's still at 1,500. But then it's open for other people to donate, right? It's a competition. I mean, if other people want to add to
Okay.
it,
No,
Brenda,
my
All right,
question wasn't
West.
answered.
mm,
1,000, because I have just two questions
All
and
right.
probably a statement. Okay, I mean maybe three, but they're quick. Lemon already gave 1,000, yes or no?
Yes.
500 was from TSW.
Right.
Lemon stated that, so that's 1,500. Now, if TSW gives the other 500, it'll be 2,000. Say she does it. Didn't Lemon say he was going to match? He was going to match her 500.
I
he
don't
already
remember
matched
that.
it.
Maybe he did. I'll ask him tonight, but I don't remember
Okay,
him saying
they,
that though.
hold on,
yeah, that
hold
was what.
on,
All
He
right.
Hold on,
Dory.
I'm
already
not
They,
finished,
matched.
they
Mr.
like your
West.
comment. They like your comment, West, so they want you to get it out.
Cause
But go ahead,
Okay.
Dory.
hey, envy, Dory.
TSW has been
I just
TSW.
something.
I'm almost finished. I'm not interrupted because I really need to go on mute
I got
anyway.
you,
Dory,
West. I got
Dory,
people
did
with
you just peep
comment.
what just happened? You just missed what you
No,
literally.
what happened?
Go ahead,
Dory,
West.
you realize you just asked him that, and binary just answered that last night when we was on the panel. Do you not remember the judges said that they were getting paid, and binary said I'm not. He's not over this competition. So how
Yes, I
would
do
you know?
remember that. No,
How
now
would
let me
you know
finish real
who's
quick. Stick right there. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. I'm going to circle that back. Okay, binary.
Hmm.
You talked about monetary gain for you. That's not a negative thing. Binary, with all
Absolutely.
respect. Okay,
What?
you're getting paid to orchestrate this competition.
Hmm.
This is
Why don't you
absurd.
have two things: a fixed price contract with your fee
Hey,
for
look.
your efforts,
But who the hell is that?
or is it coming?
What the hell is going on up
I
here?
know. Look.
Hey, don't get
The
bombed.
name is I'll match.
Who the hell
Mhm.
is that? Okay.
All
I
right,
don't know,
Envy's
but don't
scared
get
now.
bombed.
Envy is very nervous right
Yeah,
now.
don't get
Okay.
bombed.
Right.
Yeah, let's go ahead and
So binary, do you have a contract, or do you plan to have a contract, a fixed price for
Oh,
your fees?
for
Okay,
Christ's sake.
or not.
I'm not
This is
oh,
discussing like how much he's
this
paying me,
is
but I already have
insane.
I
there's
already
Not
have a
how much
fixed
you're
price.
paying.
I
Okay,
see?
do have a
No,
fixed
because
that's
price
why.
already.
earlier you
No,
didn't say that.
I do
Dory,
have a
that's why I
quick
want to
question.
speak to him because
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
this not like for real binary. You know you my dog. It ain't no malice
Right.
towards you. It's not making sense, bro. And the
Okay.
reason I say it's not making sense, because number one, I've been around you long enough, I can tell when you trolling. They keep throwing out different amounts. You just agreeing with it. Last night, it was totally different, bro.
I know who
You
that
literally
is.
was in the comments, you was like, I'm not over this. Somebody said you was getting paid. At one point you said, I'm not getting paid for this. So what is the actual truth? Because if she gave what she gave, why
It's
is she
all a
not?
lie. It's all a scam. It's all a scandal.
No, thank
And see,
Stargate.
that's
you.
Hey,
that's my
Stargate.
question.
Target.
can
That's
you hear me? Can you hear me?
Who
All right.
did?
Yeah, I
Yes, we
got you. I
got
got
you.
you. Once all the
binary.
Gang is,
clatter.
don't gang is in this bitch. What the fuck is good Stargate? What up? Hey ho.
So binary, my
Mm.
last part that I was gonna say, if the
Hmm.
woman did give the amount that she gave at first, why is she not picking the judges?
Well, she didn't want to take over the show, and she didn't want any
Wait,
creative
why
rights
does her
over the show.
money?
So I mean,
Why
that's
does
a
her
good
money
question.
mean
But
she picks
she just
judges?
wants
That was
Lemon's.
her
Hold
bill
on, guys. Let
money.
me answer.
That's
She just
weird.
wants Lemon's show to have more contestants. That's the only reason she gave. She didn't want any creative rights over anything. The only
Okay.
suggestion she had was no food in Lemon's
Yeah,
honor.
she said
That
that.
was it.
And
That
binary,
was
I'm
it.
not coming at you at all. I was
No,
just
I don't think
confused
you are. It
because
doesn't
I
feel
heard.
like you are.
Okay, thank you. Okay, because I
Mhm.
heard two different figures. When the young lady was breaking it down, I said, "Wait a minute, it's not matching according to what I heard Lemon say, and then what was said on the panel." So that's all. I was just wanting
Lemon be
clarification
lying.
so I can
Oh
understand. So I can
God.
understand. That's it, binary.
Yeah,
And
that makes
lastly, I
sense
want
though,
to
Dory.
say like let's get off the top. If it was me, okay, whether her husband or her son, because she already talked about other panels, as you stated, binary. It doesn't matter. It's a business. You don't mix business with pleasure. It's
Mm,
TSW responsibility, okay, to get her household in order about all of their finances or her finance independently. There's nothing to do with you and Lemon as far as what her son nor her husband has said or what the hell they think. She should have got that's her responsibility.
mm.
I can break it down several ways. Nothing to do with Lemon's competition. I'll mute. So I don't even know why we're discussing that. I get why,
I
because
like
we
that.
need to, because it's out there. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
But let's not take it too damn serious.
But thank
That's
you for
her
being level headed.
responsibility.
Thank you for being
You're
level headed.
welcome.
Yeah, I
I'm
Stargate.
appreciate
always
it.
level headed. Remember, I'm no
Stargate.
lawyer,
Welcome.
right? So they
Jesus.
Hey,
say binary.
I
hey,
have
Stargate.
a
Welcome to the
question.
panel.
I have a question.
Yes. What's
Binary.
up?
yeah.
What's up?
Okay. You said you were going to make a contract up now after she gave the money. So we
What?
all know that Lemon is not a business-minded human being.
Damn.
And so the contract that you want to make up now after she gave the money is only going to be in your favor and not hers. Then the contract that you want to sign up says no refunds. That would be in a contract, even though she said it verbally, but she didn't sign it. So that doesn't actually mean anything, in case if you didn't know that. A
No,
court of
yeah,
law
no,
will
you're
make
right.
you give up a refund. And another thing, you stated that her 15-year-old son could not change his mother's mind or how much he knows. I don't know if you know any 15-year-olds anymore. They are very intelligent. They are
No, you're
not
right.
stupid. Every 15-year-old don't go around saying, "Oh, ma."
We don't want to
No,
look
they're
at
very
that, Rico.
intelligent
Get it
today.
together. Go ahead.
You're
And
right.
Exactly.
even
And
though
that
you trying to sound like you know what you're doing, what you sound like is that you're trying to be slick, and you know
Now, let
that
me ask
Lemon.
you this, Soul
Let
Sister
me let
One.
me finish. Let me
Oh,
finish,
okay.
hon.
Oh, okay.
And you know Lemon can't even comprehend half the stuff you're putting out. You know that. Everybody knows that. Lemon is got the intelligence of a lemon,
What the-
and you're actually running over him with this. But you know that too.
Mhm.
I guess I didn't really have any questions. I just wanted to make a
you want
statement.
to make some
Yeah, and by
statements?
now I have a question. You guys are talking
Yeah.
about contract and contract law. Does anyone that's doing that creating a contract, and does anyone have procurement and contracting background at all?
oh, for Christ's
No,
sake.
no.
Is this for real? Like,
No.
I'm not trying to
Okay.
Yes.
be
All
funny,
right.
Yes.
Thank
but
you.
the
Yes.
fact
Oh,
that we're
Just
Yes.
want to
sitting up
know.
here talking about a
Brandon, we
contract
went to
for
the
a
trolling
thousand
comp. Yeah, we
dollars, Like, is this for real? Like,
Everybody's
And
talked
what?
up.
didn't
Yeah,
nobody
everybody's
didn't
talked.
nobody
Hold on,
bully that
Rico.
woman either.
Rico, 1 second. Everybody's talked up here except for Stargate. Welcome to the panel. How are you?
Hi, how you doing, man? Code.
All right, I'm good.
Were we gonna let the young lady finish her comment, or was it my turn?
It's your turn.
Oh yeah. So is Binary gonna be the MC or is he gonna be a judge?
I'm gonna be a co-host, so it's like an MC, yeah, sort of.
So I vote to disqualify Binary.
Wait a minute. Damn.
Oh,
Shit.
Whoa, right to the point.
Right.
Damn.
He should be disqualified automatically.
What would he do?
I have no idea.
You
Damn. Get
But
him
I
out of there.
know-
Get him gone.
I know he's up to something. That's the important thing.
Oh my god.
And I will be here for the Beef Sector support group on Man Code's TV when everything falls apart. Man
Oh.
Code, I will be here as a co-host to provide support. So I was just putting that out there.
I really appreciate that.
Well,
You
Stargate.
then.
welcome, Man Code.
Yeah,
All right.
AKA Envy.
Envy.
Yeah, Envy's the guy they don't
So
like.
can I- when-
Manco they deal with. Go ahead, Brenda.
When is it? So, one question: when is the competition? Okay, because I got to be honest. I got to be
changed the
honest
date.
with you. I'm already over it, and I don't want to be offensive. I love Lemon. Y'all know I do. I rock with Lemon. Binary, you know, I'm in your chat almost every morning if I
Yeah,
can.
yeah, you cool. Yeah.
But you guys are dragging. And okay, so I'm gonna tell you this, right? As a content creator, you throw out the little fluffers, you do the little reels and stuff to get people excited about it. But when y'all go live every day, you kind of drag out the rules and stuff about the contest. It makes me lose my desire to be like, oh shit, like when is the competition already? At this point, like I feel like you make it fun and inviting for the people. And the little drama, okay, but like you drag out the competition, this better be one hell of a
Right.
talent show. I'm telling
No,
you
I'm
that.
hearing you. I'm hearing you. And the later
bet-
it gets, the more pressure, right?
Yeah, because at this
So
point,
I wanted
with
to
all
do it.
it is,
I wanted to do it May 31st, but Lemon wanted to be accommodating towards Tracy, so I guess we can't do it until like June 13th or
You made a
sometime during
statement
that week.
wait a minute, are you
that
telling
that
me after all it is, we waiting another baby? Let me tell you.
I know. I
you
know.
made
Another
a
month?
statement. You made a statement that she had to give up her money now because it doesn't work that way.
Right.
I've never heard of a volunteer donating money that there's a
Put a
time frame
put a
of when
deposit
you
on her
actually
gift.
get. Yeah. I just never heard that before.
Y'all are
I mean,
tripping.
I understand somebody saying we got a a contest you want to enter. This is the deadline that you have to pay the money. But if
Right.
I'm donating my money and you tell me some crap that it don't work that way of me giving my money in a time frame, that doesn't even make any sense. And you can't
Right. I
even
was speaking
explain that to
to
a
Tracy.
judge.
I
Well,
was
I
speaking to
think that it
Tracy.
makes a
You
lot of
can't
sense,
damn
being
well
that the
step up
climate that we're
before.
in. It makes a lot of
Everything,
sense because
Stargate in the
Bizarro
building.
was already saying the contest was
let me
rigged.
finish,
You had a lot of
let me
nations.
finish,
I'm going to
Dory.
mute.
Exactly, Dory.
Let me finish, Dory. And everything that you explain to us, you must understand. You need to know how to explain this to a judge. It's just not us. If her family
Okay.
decides to sue you, you need to make sure you understand every single word that is coming out of your
Come on,
mouth
you better hit
because
it.
it is
Correct.
recorded and it will go to court. So you need to explain it how you would explain it to a judge, not some
I'm not on
imbecile
trial,
like
so I'm not
me.
gonna do that.
Well,
I'm not gonna explain it like
I'm
I'm
just putting it.
explaining it to a judge.
I'm
Stop.
just saying. You know,
I'm just
you
saying
It
said
could
that's
be
not
it
what I'm
doesn't
gonna
work.
frivolous.
do.
If it
You
could
That's
be
said
not what I'm
it
gonna
frivolous,
do.
doesn't.
Binary,
And you
she
know
You
what?
might.
said
I'm gonna be
it
honest.
doesn't.
I'm gonna be
You
honest. I'm
said
not
it
even gonna
doesn't
let my
work
mind
that
go there.
way.
My mind's
Right,
not
but
even gonna go
Dory,
there.
you
Yeah,
just
of
said
course
that it
not,
didn't
because you
matter what
slipped.
her family said, and that's why we were
Yeah,
Okay.
understanding
I'm not even gonna allow
that
my
it
mind to
does
go that
matter.
direction.
That's what I said. Okay, let me tell you something. When it comes to the money, I don't play those games over there when it comes to my competitions, right? If there's any
Mhm.
site that there's some funny business, you will get your money back and we will figure it, and it always works out. There's always
Well,
donators,
nobody
there's
put
always
a
people
gun to
going to
her
send your
head
money
I'm gonna
in.
be right.
No, they did, and I agree with that,
And
Rico.
I
I
mean what I said
absolutely
about
agree
because
the
with
she's a
that.
family. I'm not
grown
worried about the
woman.
family.
Let
That's
me
not my
address
Because
worry
she's a
when I say
grown woman
correct.
and she know
one
about her
minute.
family. She know about she supposed to be taking care of some responsibilities But yeah, she just want to
No,
throw it
I'm not
out,
talking about
throw it
that,
out there.
Rico.
That's
I'm
her
talking
fault.
about the fact that her son is in the
Hmm.
background and saying, the things that they're
Uh-huh.
saying, and it's
Yeah,
And I
recorded
want
but
to
and it's
go
you
on
got
the
back to
That's
that,
not
internet.
Brenda.
limiting
Hold on.
limiting
yeah, but the
Binary
money was still
concerns.
cooking.
Brenda, I
I
want to
Like
agree
go
with
the
the
back.
young
money,
lady said that
if they
about
was
divorce
doing
for
her
a
Okay.
dirty,
different
No,
they should have
reason.
no,
told her just wait
Rico,
instead of just.
damn it. I'm going to address my super
I
chat, please, please. I want to go back
okay.
to that, Brenda, because that is a sticking point for people. No matter how much
Correct.
no matter how much they understand the event or not, I do think that
Right.
it's important to at
It
least
is.
make the son feel, anyway, that we're on the same page. Molly said TSW has her own definition of what she considers talent. What if you guys select winners that she doesn't think are talented? Something to think about.
She's just a donor. Do you think that people who donate to my competition can tell me where the money goes? The judges
Okay,
judge, and
sis.
then the money gets put out based on who the judges feels as the winner. She's not over the competition because she donates a certain amount unless Lemon decides that, which is weird because then that doesn't give you autonomy over how you want your talent show to run. See, I don't
Oh,
like that kind of stuff. Like,
forgot
I
Brenda,
have a
she
about
made
this.
it
better
like,
clear.
question. Why
She
so
stop.
made it
much
clear, Brenda.
discussion?
You made it clear. She
Why
doesn't.
I
so much
forgot about
discussion
this
and open about
question.
this?
Oh,
Huh?
that's
What
on
you
us.
said, MB?
That's on us.
That's
Let me ask
binary.
you this, Binary. What is
Okay.
the stipulation before I forget, Binary? What is the stipulation? Because I know that it's out there that she gets her money back if the show does not happen. Okay,
Uh-huh.
cool.
Right.
That sounds
Whenever we get
good.
that
But
official date, whatever that date is, if it doesn't happen, then
but
she
we're
gets her
not
money
talking
back.
about like YouTube Streets Awards or what Belize are we? Like,
Right. No, we're
we're
not
not
talking
talking
about
a
Okay,
Yeah,
that.
year
I
from
that,
now,
MB.
that's
2
what the
years
video is
from
Now,
now,
saying.
or
Another
now that you put it in
thing.
that perspective, I kind of get people's concerns now.
that's why people are concerned,
Okay.
Binary.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put it, I'm
And
just gonna be
what do
real
you
with
Well,
you.
mean?
Because
people should just
we
look
see
at
Because
the
he
fake stuff
data.
donated,
happen all the
it
time.
doesn't work that way. I'm trying to understand, what do you mean when you say it doesn't work that way of her donation time frame? You didn't explain that. What do you mean
I
by
did, but I don't mind explaining it again. I did
please
explain it
do?
on this very interview.
Okay,
So
do. I mean,
Lemon, so ahead of time, like before we even met up with her on that panel, 2 lives previous, which was probably like 2 days before we met up with her, Lemon told me exactly how he wanted her to give him the money, half now and then half later. Because as we were promoting this, we were promoting 2000, and then I asked him, well, what if she doesn't get the money? Like, what if she doesn't give the money? You know what I mean? Then what? And then he said, I prefer her give half now, half later. So I wrote that down. And when I had an opportunity to bring it up, I brought it up. So that's how. And so
well,
when
half
Tracy, hold
now
on, hold on,
without
hold
a
on.
date could be May
I
15th
just wanted to finish the. I just wanted to
because you
finish.
don't
Yeah,
have
and
a
I want to
date
say
I just wanted to
something
when you're
finish
after
the
going to
thought. I
happen.
binary,
just wanted to
And
finish
please.
it's
the thought.
always a conversation about
And
money.
so
God
and
damn.
so and
That part,
so
Rico.
and so when Tracy said, "Why don't you just wait and give it all during the competition?" I said it doesn't work that way because I already knew what
Yeah, it
Lemon
doesn't
wanted.
work that way, sure.
And
So if
and
you
may I
don't
say
have a
this and I'll
date,
go on
I
what do
mean,
mute.
you
you wanted
mean
an
Oh
have,
my
answer.
God.
There's no
if you
satisfactory
don't
answer. That's why the truth stands
This
alone. I mean,
if
it is
you
what it
if
is.
you don't
I'm
have
about
a
to
date,
leave.
what do you mean half now? If you don't have a date, usually half now
It
means
sounds like a
I got
scam
a
to
date
me.
planned of when we're
Okay?
gonna
No, it's
have.
Exactly,
not that.
Rico.
It's the fact
It's
that
like one of those
2000 is
Ponzi
a big
scams.
pot. It's a big pot.
Dude,
So,
the whole
when
pot
you're
just
putting
sounds
that
like a
out to
scam.
when you're
Uh,
putting that amount out there to this sector that's not used to having a $2,000 pot,
due to the
people are
past
going
things
to
that
talk.
have
People are going to
happened.
speculate. They're more emotional than they are intellectual. I asked
Facts.
about procurement and contract, and nobody said anything. So yes, I too would have asked for half now.
And then y'all know this woman does not necessarily sound like she's in the best mental state. Like it sounds like she's like popping pills or something every time she come
Now,
on.
how
It
do you
sounds
guys
just
think we sound to other people?
crazy as
Like, if
fuck.
somebody really heard my voice and saw Rico the Icon with who is that? Nicki Minaj and talking how you talk, how you think they gonna think we
No,
sound?
this is
Come on
actually
now, stop.
Chucky. Yeah,
It
and
is what it
every
Well,
time
is.
I talk, it's
well,
off the bat.
the
Nobody
majority
says it.
uh the majority of the money for my competitions after I put in my money is done the week before my competition. I amass the full amount of my draw the week before the I would a month before. No,
A month
So let
before.
me ask you this,
no,
Brenda,
I never.
since
Yes.
you do know competition, since you had a very successful high heel
Don't
challenge
make me
competition
call
or
a
whatever.
nigga.
Let me ask you
Mm.
let me ask you this.
Hmm.
Is it wise to set a cap on your pot, and then after the cap, do you use the other money for just keep it
Yeah.
yourself, or what do you do? Let me know.
I don't do caps. I don't do caps. If people want to send money to me, then they'll just earmark it for me, right? But I don't set
Okay.
caps. The drawer was open the entire live, and
Hmm.
they people
Yeah,
were
I
just
think that's
sending me
smart.
money, and so
That is
That's
that
smart.
smart.
made it great. There was nobody left that competition, even those who didn't win first, second, and third prize that didn't get money. Everybody got money because I left the drawer open. And then after
I
the
like that.
competition, people sent me a little money here and there. The week after, people were like, great competition. As people were doing like reviews of it, they kept, you don't close a drawer because that means your people, that gives your people more money. The more the
Okay,
better,
I like
right?
that.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's fire.
Right,
Okay.
right. I do like that as well because then people know what they're given to. For competition, for pot, for expenses, for
Correct.
binary,
Hmm.
whatever.
You just
They
I like
gotta
know
that.
earmark it.
because it's irrefutable. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
Yeah.
you have
Hmm.
the note, they have the note, you know. I think that's yeah, that's something good to add on there.
Mhm.
Are you going to give this young lady time to have this contract read by her lawyer since you're so
I mean,
smart at
if that's what she
contracts?
wants to do, yeah, she doesn't have to sign anything right away. If that's what she wants to do,
Hmm.
And I want to say this: the verbal contract is binding,
it
especially
is.
when two people agree. So that was not
Hmm.
accurate at all. But I'll go on mute.
It doesn't always make it so in a courtroom. You could say anything you want, but a courtroom is entirely different. A
Yeah.
verbal agreement in
Once
a
again, when
courtroom
two people
is up to
agree
the judge.
verbally, it
It's
is
up to
considered a
the judge.
binding
It's
legal
Let's
up to.
agree.
contract.
Let's agree. Let's
Rico,
It
I'm
agree
will
to
be
telling you
upheld
not
in
something.
the
agree,
court of
not
law.
It's
to
up to
agree.
the
Yes, it will.
judge whether or not
Let's
they take
please
that
agree
in
not to agree.
consideration.
Order in the court.
If
Order.
Rico, Rico,
you can
Let's
believe,
go
you
it's
can
on,
up
believe
to
what
Father.
the
you want. I'm
judge.
talking from
It's
experience.
up to the judge if he wants to take that in consideration. Period.
Duh.
Everything is going to be up to a
Take
judge.
my background.
When two
Duh.
people agree, it is a verbal contract, which is legally binding.
Okay, you go ahead and tell
Period.
him that. Go ahead. Be
Okay,
my
well, I'm
I'm
already
judge.
assuming the
telling him
handshake was
that's my
enough.
point.
Remember when the handshake was enough?
Okay, but hey, it's a verbal contract on air with
RNY.
Fact.
visual
I mean, it's there.
footprint.
It's there.
You're
With a visual.
listening.
All right.
Okay. I mean,
Hey,
I'm
Uh,
just telling you what
Is
I
that
know.
is
hey,
that
I'm not
you?
hey.
going.
Was
I'm
that
not going to
you,
debate what I
Envy,
know.
on that thing, Envy?
Oh yeah. I did the same.
You look very Caucasian.
Oh,
damn.
okay,
Okay, I'm
cool.
done.
Damn.
I typically do.
I'm one
I
to talk,
typically
right?
do.
I'm one to talk,
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
yeah.
you
hope
look
I
I
get
very
a pin
typically
Caucasian.
this
do.
summer.
Okay.
Fuck.
Damn.
And I'm not trying to be mean, but it's a mutual agreement, and so a judge will consider it, highly
You don't know what
consider
a
it. I'm
judge
only
is going to
speaking
do
from
because you don't know
experience.
which judge
Okay.
is going to
Do
give
you
you
have a background in
I
any type of
I know
procurement
law.
Yes,
contract or
I
I
do.
know
contract
Yes,
law?
law.
You have a
trust me,
degree.
I
You have.
do. Yes,
Can you
Please
I
please
tell
explain to
do.
me.
me?
Or else I
So
wouldn't
I'm
be
not
sis,
trying to
talking to
argue
you.
with you. Cause can
I'm
you
not
please
arguing
tell
with you
me?
either. I'm
calm
just
down.
telling
Okay.
you. Yes, I do.
You said,
I've been in
pardon
more
me.
courtrooms than I've been on YouTube.
Oh,
Trust me,
okay.
I
I'm not
do.
asking you. Do you have a background in procurement and
Okay.
contracting
She think everybody do.
or procurement law or contract law?
Oh, Jesus.
Contract laws, I'm
One or
very
the
good
other.
at. But go ahead.
No, do you,
Be
okay,
my
you're
guest.
good at.
Tell
Okay,
tell
that's
this
subjective.
gentleman
That's
anything you
subjective.
want
Never
to
mind. I'm
know.
Okay,
done. I'm done.
Tell this
yeah,
gentleman anything you want. Let him believe
I've
we
you
could
heard
do
until
a
he
enough,
don't
ma'am.
want
we
to
could
I've
do
know.
a
heard
turn.
enough.
Hey, this is a
I've heard
simple interview.
enough.
We could do a turn up
Right.
show, like
Let's keep it
No,
you know,
if
civil.
maybe
I'm
Keep
good,
it
tomorrow.
I'm not going to
civil.
I'm not
debate what
going
I
And
know
I
around
want
here
to
because
as
hold
a
on,
lawyer.
man, I've heard
hold on,
enough.
welcome.
Respectfully.
God dang it! Listen,
I'm
I
good
want to
at something
welcome
means
our
nothing.
Dory. Jesus Christ! I
Oye,
want to
cállate la
welcome.
boca.
I want to Rico. Your ad libs get crazy. That damn money you were putting on the table needs to go into the cash apps. Chill out.
It's actually going
All
into my
right,
duffel
RNY.
bag.
Welcome to the
Yeah.
panel.
Thank you.
Yes, Jesus. Sorry.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
Mm, I'm just
And my
translating.
degree is in
And wait a minute.
is
I
real
just said
estate
R
law. In case if you wanted to
soul
know.
sister. Damn. I just said RNY, welcome to the panel. And
Hi,
that means that she
Hey
gets to
y'all.
talk.
How
Hi,
y'all doing?
girl.
Hey to the panel. I have a question. Um, and it's kind of geared towards Dory. So you said a verbal contract is binding. And then I'm assuming that binary is trying to draft up a contract that says no refund. So if a verbal contract is still binding legally, and should something happen the point where her family decides to say, hey, you ain't get your money back, take them to court. Where I'm conflicted at, and how would that work if she was on Lemon's panel the other day and she told Lemon, she said, I'm giving you this $1,000 because I want to. I don't care what you do with this money. You can go splurge this whole $1,000 on Teleport. I don't care.
Wow. Well, that
That's
changes a lot.
art.
That changes a whole lot. Great. I'm glad
Yeah.
you brought that up
That
because I'm
changes
sitting
a
So
here
I'm
on the
trying to
lot.
phone,
figure
my
out.
other phone,
So
with
if a
my
verbal contract is
counterpart that's
Hold
binding,
on,
44
Dory.
years.
Hold on,
Oh, I'm
hold
sorry,
on, hold
baby. I didn't
on.
mean to cut her off. My Wi-Fi went out.
I
Go
want
ahead.
to
No,
get
no,
her
no.
whole. I like what she's saying. I want to get it all out so that binary can answer. That does change a lot. So please. So
so if it's a verbal contract and it's binding, what grounds would she really have? Because she that's what she said.
Are you
binary.
asking
I
me?
think that's a
Should I
question to
answer?
Yeah,
you,
that's towards
I don't
binary.
know who she's
that's towards
asking.
I
Dory
think
and
it's for
binary.
Dory, actually. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Primarily
for
Okay,
Dory.
binary, but it's for both of them.
I can go
Binary. Can
last.
you speak on that first, and then Dory can go.
Well, I love the fact that R and Y captured because I didn't. I mean, I heard it, but I don't know why I didn't put it in my memory bank. That she actually said at the end of the day, she don't give a damn what he does with the money. So I think that right there squashes everything, and I think any judge that hears that, you know, be like, well, damn, you
Okay.
said you didn't care. Go ahead, Dory.
All right. Well, that why I'm
So
glad
just give
you
me
hit
your
the
money
link.
because you don't care where it's going. I
It's
could
no
just go to Vegas
longer
Go
with
buy.
your
if there's
money.
Go
no
spend her on
need.
some
Do you
dope.
want me to
Go
answer?
party.
Do you want
Go
me
do
to
So
answer?
something. Go buy
so
some
so
gas.
so Dory's talking to R and Y. Go ahead, please.
Yes. Okay. All right. First of all, thank you for hitting the link because that's
Yes,
pertinent
thank you.
information. Absolutely. Number one, Lemon doesn't need a contract after that. She's doing a charitable donation. Okay. It's not like there is there's not going to be like a cause and effect type of situation if y'all don't get the contestants or anything like that. She put no stipulations, verbally or written. If it was me, I would leave it at that. There's not one judge in the world that I know, and I'm sitting here letting one of my counterparts, professional counterparts, that has 44 years in contract law, listen
Well,
to this
Binary
kind of
said
if he
he's
doesn't
he's
mind.
making a contract for him. He didn't say he's making it for Lemon. He specifically
Okay.
said the contract is for me. In other words, if Lemon is taken to court and they ask Binary to also be involved, he says his contract protects him, not Lemon. It's all for him. Him,
Well,
him, him.
No, it's for
Didn't
Lemon.
well,
you
It's
hear
for
the
yeah.
Lemon.
guy?
It's only for
No,
lemon
that's
because
not what
it's
you
really
said
not buying every
yesterday.
part
Yesterday
either.
you said the contract is for me.
If you
Me,
No.
listen,
me,
no,
me.
if you listen to the clip Envy
Dude, you
played,
think you so slick. Go ahead.
no,
Make
if
my
you
day.
listen to the
Well,
clip
in the middle
Envy
of
This
his
is
played,
getting
statement,
so
it's
I
incredibly
said,
slick.
slick.
I
You asked
said
him a
I can
question.
make it. I can make up an agreement. Do you want me to do that, Lemon? That's for him.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll mute. Did I not
You
say
said the
that?
You
contract
did.
was
You
for
did
Yeah,
you.
say
you
it.
did.
Oh,
You did
okay.
say it because I'm
If you
definitely gonna play it. Like,
if you don't
like,
Dory,
like
remember,
it's
we're
it.
let
not
let
we're
let
not in the
Envy play
sandbox.
it for you
You
because you
know.
I'm
said the
sorry.
contract is for me.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
so.
So if I
Oh my
play a
god.
clip and everybody talks, you're not gonna hear it. Just so you know. All right. Okay. So 1 second here. All right.
I do
Hey,
too.
Lemon, do you want me to write up an agreement?
That you would be a good person to be a judge as well. I do
Hey,
too.
Lemon, do you want me to write up an agreement?
Be a good person to be a judge as well. I do
Hey,
too.
Lemon, do you want me to write up an agreement?
Oh, for Christ's sake! It's so hard for me to
Who do you
Was
take
that
think
people
good
that's
enough?
for?
seriously. Y'all
Yeah,
have
that
to
was
excuse
No,
perfect.
me.
no.
This
When
is
he said the contract was for me, it was on Lolo's channel.
Who are you talking
He
to
said
when you
that
said
yesterday.
about you want me to write up an agreement? Who was that? It was a female they answered, not Lemon.
He didn't answer.
But what is the contract for exactly? Can I ask? Because you have to excuse me, because the level of absurdity and listening to some of this, like I am so thoroughly confused as to like where we get like fun competitions on YouTube, how we get to the place where we're putting contracts in place for donations. Is it for the donations? Is that what it's for? Because there's an ethical element to this, right? Whereas if I'm having a high heel competition, right, and people donate to the winnings, it's the pot for people who will win, and I decide I'm canceling it, I'm not going to have one for 2025. That means that if I'm not having the competition, that's what they sent me the money for, they get their money back. Because what am I holding? Like it doesn't make logical sense. Then we start getting into scamming, and people are not going to donate
I
next year because
agree.
they don't
I
trust you,
agree.
right? They're not going to
She's
trust you
right.
with your donation. So, like, what would you be using the money for if it's not going towards the winner of the competition? So,
Now
like,
I
as
don't know
And
somebody,
I did
why.
ask that. I said, what percentage is going to, I mean, in normal business, like obviously you delegate whatever the money's going towards. That's
correct.
why I asked, because
Uh-huh.
I believe the judges have to be paid. I believe that the hosts have to be paid. And then there's other expenses when you do little documents or whatever the case
Right.
Correct.
may be. There's
Mm-hmm.
sweat equity, whatever. So I did
Uh-huh.
ask directly, if someone gives X amount of dollars, can I be guaranteed that that goes towards the pot, or am I
Mm-hmm.
giving that with the stipulation of do what you want with it?
Well,
And
I
Envy,
can
that's
answer. I
great
can answer
because
that. I can answer that.
they were muddying the waters.
No,
Yeah,
I can
let's
answer
let
that
him
as
answer
clear as
that,
day.
please.
If somebody donates to the talent show and they don't put a stipulation on it, it goes to the pot. It's that simple,
Okay.
right? And there is no percentage
Mm-hmm.
that goes to this
That makes
person.
sense.
Majority of the money that's going to pay, unless somebody does your idea, Brenda, which I think is good. I'm gonna bring it up to Lemon tonight. Um, unless somebody says, "Hey, I want this to go to you, Lemon, or you, Binary. You work. I want this to go to you, Binary. You work so hard on this damn thing." If they want to do that, they can do that, and then we know that that amount comes to us. But outside
Mm-hmm.
of that, paying people and all that, that's coming out of Lemon's pocket directly, not
What is
from the
your
Okay.
pot.
title in all of this talent show? Because you're the one that's promoting it. So what is your title actually?
Well, I guess Lemon said I wasn't a manager, so I guess I'm like a creative director or something. I don't know.
He's an
Now,
MC.
yeah.
Organizer.
Okay, yeah, that reminds me. I do want to clear that up because that's another thing. They said that Lemon said that you lied, that you said you were the manager, and then you said you were. So is that semantics, like that you're the
It has to
creative
be. It has
director?
to be. Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Well, if
Yeah.
everything is all in word and binding, if you said you're a manager and Lemon said okay one day, then that means you're a manager, right? I mean, I'm just
I
asking.
I have
I
a
still feel like
solution.
I still
Word
feel
is
like I'm the
binding.
manager. It is what it is.
Binary, just call yourself the Caesar of the talent show.
I think
That'll
I think MC
fix
is more
everything.
appropriate though.
Yeah,
And
the
I'm
yeah.
grand,
not
The
being
the
co-host is.
grand,
pessimistic, but I
the
don't
grand
understand
poobah.
why all the public conversation around this. I get
Because
what
they
Envy's
wanted to be
doing.
that way. I mean, basically,
Wow.
Binary said that he wants to roll this out. He said, "Why are people coming at two brothers?" He wants to roll out the business plan so that y'all could see something that happens successful. And he said that he wants to not drag out, but he wants
Mm.
he wants the
Okay.
the hype.
Right.
The
He
Now
likes
this
Yeah,
can
he
I
break
likes
it
get
down to
that. I
he
size.
get
Can I
likes
that.
say
I
this,
get
Brenda?
drama.
that.
this is
Brenda,
hype.
can I say
Can I
this real quick?
respond to Envy, please? May I respond to Envy? And I
Go
promise
ahead.
to go on mute if I'm not cut off. Envy, thank you for that because now we're getting somewhere. Because the business plan should be done up front with you and Lemon before you roll out to the public. The hype is at $2,000 and the potential more from the pot. And like the lady said, that did a successful Ohio contest. That will be earmarked via Cash App in the subject matter. So it's still, I go back to why this is why it's disarray. This is why this show needs to occur because it's all out in the public. This show is making sense out of nonsense with people that are experts in the area. That's all I
Which
gotta
is
say.
awesome. Okay, I
But
love that
it's but
perspective.
you right. But keep it that way. Do your business
No,
plan
no, 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 no. I
with
love the
Lemon.
perspective that you
I love
might
that
be trying to
ROI said what she
what you
did.
So
might be trying
I,
to demonize. I actually love that perspective that people can
I
see what we're doing. I like that they see what we're doing.
but
Case
see
in
what
point, we're
happened is
here right now. We're here right now. This is all part of
correct.
it. It's case in
Correct.
point. And I get to hear a lot from you that knows a lot more about this than I do. I get to hear a lot from Brenda that knows a lot more about this. If we would have been trying to do this by ourselves behind the scenes or whatever, I don't think the show is going to be as great as it's about to be. That's all.
Okay, and
And
I
plus you
agree
could
a
add
thousand
Nettie.
percent
One
binary.
thing
I
I
agree
wanted
a
to
thousand.
say.
I'm on the answer. I'm going on mute. I promise. A binary. I agree to 1,000%. I would have a base model first and then have a show like this with questions and answers like you're doing. But what happened prior to all this was a
Hmm.
bunch of rigmarole. You, like
That
I
carried
said,
the
you had
sector for how
Pizarro
many
say,
days, Dory? How many days did
but
it carry the sector?
a lot of days. Okay, and
You
shout out to
know, hey,
TSW for
shout out to
using this
TSW.
promotion for her channel. I'm no hater. So I'm
Yeah,
just saying it could be fine tuned. I'm proud of you, Lemon.
that's what's up.
You know, I really am.
Well,
That's what's
shout
Okay,
out
I
to
wanted to
Dory. I
say this
pronounce
part.
it rigmarole, but shout out to
Oh,
you, Dory.
oh my God.
I wanted to say this part. When
Did you
people
say because I said
when
rigmarole?
Yes, I
First of all,
say
I'm okay. Let me
I
let
say
me say this part
rigmarole.
first.
I was just saying, get shout out to you. You can tomato. It doesn't matter how you pronounce it. I was just wanting to put my input in. That's all.
not
That's all I
rigmarole.
was doing.
When a playwright is going to stage, they're doing a play. The person that wrote the play, the production, and people are donating to this production before it's even, let's say, the first stage.
Hmm.
And then all the people that donated the monies decided they want to pull out because of whatever reason they have. They may not like the direction it's going in. It may not be feasible. It may seem stupid. The production is not even put together in a timely manner. So people pull out their money. She could do the same. There's no
How
So
written
you're
could she
law
do
that
saying
the
a
you
same?
cannot
It's
ask
person
already
for.
paid.
donated, how can they
There's no
pull their
written
money
law that
out?
you cannot ask for
I'm not
your
catching the law.
donation back. I'm just
I don't
saying
think they'd
there
be
is
able to
no.
ask for their donation back. I'm not catching the line from a
Yes, they
playwright.
do. People pull out money all the time. You will see
Well, they
plays
stopped
that
their
says I
support,
was
but I don't
going
think they're
into
going to get a
production,
refund.
but all of our money was pulled out. It happens all the time. I'll
Okay.
give you an example. This one gentleman, two guys, was building a steamship, a cruise ship, and they asked for donations up front, and everybody donated to them. They sold their homes because it was going to be a live-in cruise ship. They sold their homes, everything, and they couldn't get it together because they didn't even buy a ship yet. They're in court today, and this happened last December. They're in court today because everybody needs their money back.
Okay, here's a
Yeah,
question. Did
okay,
she
we're
say
talking
that
about
if
donations,
it doesn't occur, she doesn't care, go drink Taylorport?
She
right?
said that.
What RNY said, okay, I didn't hear that part. Like that's
Neither did I.
literally what RNY said is literally the the bone crusher of this whole situation. But Brenda,
Mhm.
you were just about as unsettled as everybody was. Okay, so let's go
Mhm.
with RNY, and so that takes it off the board. Cool, perfect. Now you wanted to bring up the sun and whatnot. So I really want to get that out of the way because I already know what the sticking points are going to be for people.
Mhm.
Go
And I
ahead.
was getting ready to bring up the whole son thing. And then the word ethical was thrown up there, right?
I definitely
Right.
threw
So
that out there.
would you, and I hate to say this because I don't like diagnosing people, but something about her just seems off to the point where I feel like she has some sort of financial guardian. So, in the spirit of being ethical, do you feel like maybe you should give that money back and just do things with limits money and everybody else that donated? Because she said her husband told her that it was okay to give that money. Then when she sent that 500, the son was in the back tub of some, don't send them nothing. They don't like you like that. So me personally, I don't think she really had a conversation with her husband about it.
And she was also a co-host that night. Everybody was telling her, give it up now, give it up now, give it up now. I think she's naive and didn't want to hurt nobody's feelings. That's
RNY, I
that's
like
what
that.
she
I
gave me.
do think that the husband is out of the loop, but what Binary said before is how the husband could be out of the loop when she's spending the family's money. I don't know how the lady's finances go. It's none of my business, but
Right. I agree with
you
that, Envy. I think that she asked him because they're husband and wife, right? And if you're gonna pull 500 to $1,000 out of the account, you might want to let your counterpart know. So I think she
Exactly.
asked him because of that.
And she was saying over on this platform that the reason why her husband well, I don't recall that, so I'm not gonna speak on that, but I do specifically remember her saying that something was wrong with her cash app, and somehow, some way, they have a linked bank account, her and the son. So that when he saw that amount, that's when he was alerted of it. It almost seemed like she was saying that he was totally in the dark about it. I'm talking about the son only, and then when that happened, because she had to, then he
There
was
is
aware, and
there
that's why
yeah.
that occurred.
There is a
And,
reason. Okay, so I'll play devil's advocate as well. I'll go with
mm,
both arguments. There's definitely a reason why the son is upset. Okay, argument one or argument 1A can be, hey, the son is upset because he feels like his mom's getting taken advantage of, which a lot of people feel. Or 1B could be the son is upset that he wants this money spent on him that his mom wouldn't have let him get in the first place. Like, let's say he wanted XYZ a month ago, but now she's going to give it to a competition. Wouldn't he feel kind of, wouldn't he have a bad taste in his mouth if his mom was giving it to the internet instead of spending it on him?
yeah, and
It's not
Envy,
his
when he
business.
said you don't care when he made the statement, they don't care what you do. Remember when people were saying that she is not the profession that she says that she is. So it could have been that. Also, kind of find out TSW does a lot of things with, as far as charity is concerned. So he could have been meaning that. I'm only drawing this conclusion based off the data that she, or whatever, the stuff that she said. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying that. I caught on because I was even typing in your chat, if her profession, or they don't care. She could have been on mute saying something like, I give to charity, I give to charity, this is what I do. Well, they don't care about what you do. Because keep in mind, this son is not a YouTuber. He is a minor. You want to know the truth? Lemon should have edited that out of his video, for real, for real. But
He
who am
could be
I?
a YouTuber. A lot of 15-year-olds are YouTubers,
Well, what I
to be
mean by
real.
that, when I say YouTube, yes, you're correct. I stand corrected. He could be a YouTuber,
Right.
okay,
Yeah.
in the
Envy
under
challenged
18.
me on that too. And I had to stand corrected too. It was just
They're
like one of
making
those
more
Yeah,
things.
money than us on
You know what I
YouTube.
mean? So, all
right.
right,
That's
y'all.
why I
This has been
stand
fun. I'm
Absolutely
corrected.
gonna get up
not.
out of here. I'm gonna get up
Peace
out of
out,
here, y'all.
Lexi
This
one.
has been fun. Thank y'all for the questions. Putting me on the hot seat. Soul Sister got my ass on the hot seat. So I appreciate you guys. All right, Envy. I appreciate you, big dog.
Yeah, I appreciate you,
Yeah.
brother. We'll see you out there on the YouTube streets.
All right, my man. Peace, y'all.
I'm getting ready to
Peace.
drop too. Thank you so much, Envy, for allowing me up. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you, RNY, for bringing that perspective. I really
Thank-
do appreciate it. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
Do
No
you see
problem.
what
Have a good
Just
one.
Sarah said in the chat that she got that money from her mother's passing? Not that that's
Oh
any of our
Lord.
business, though. That is
Right.
From the
very
mother passing.
personal. That's so
Oh my
that's so
God.
intimate. Like how did
Uh,
that even get
See
out?
what I'm Oh girl.
Thank you,
Oh.
Sarah. We appreciate you for letting us know. But see, that's too much of that lady's business.
See
I
what I'm
can't
talking
get
about,
over.
y'all?
I'm trying to be cool about the kid situation, but I don't know. That son sounded like he was a little bit more bothered. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he did
See,
sound
see,
He
the
annoyed.
was
thing
very
is
bothered.
with the son, it makes me feel like there is an issue with the mom. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
with because I saw Dr. Soapy say that Dr. Soapy had to testify as a psychiatrist, saying, seeing if the individual was mentally stable. And
That's so
unfortunately, I don't think that there's any oversight. But wouldn't you think that the husband? I hope the husband isn't completely out of the loop because don't you think he would be like, "What the hell?"
well, I'm sure the son went and said something to dad. But as far as envy, what things we have to be realists about, that's not Lemon and Binary's issue. That's TSW's issue if it caused an uproar in her family. That all should have been talked about prior to being online.
Well,
It's not.
I hear what you're saying, Joy, but it will become a problem
Ryan, that was said directly.
if her family pushes the issue, right? That's where it becomes a problem.
And
If her
also, if there is
Mhm.
some type of mental illness attached, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Ryan, that individual, there's some people involved that have said that directly. they're not going to do that again. And there are certain activities that we do around here that I wish didn't affect us going forward, but it definitely will. I mean, come on. I mean, even if let's just say that this woman comes out and says I'm the happiest person in the world, people are going to be like, "Am I going to be in the limelight for donating?" I would have been a silent donator, but if she wants the
I
Right.
attention from her,
agree.
if she
That's what I'm
wants it,
saying.
if she wants the attention for her channel and she's getting a barter out of it, we can look at it that
Then
way as
yeah, it
well.
is what it
I
is.
did.
Because she's
Yep.
coming
Because
out here
$500
publicly.
worth of
If I gave
attention.
you my money and I didn't want you to talk about it, I'd be like, listen, I'm a
Correct.
silent partner. Here's my money under the stipulation that you don't talk about me.
Hmm.
That's it.
I think she's
Envy.
just naive. I don't think she's slow. She sounds naive.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's a question I want to throw out to y'all because I congratulate Lemon for standing on business. Let's take our business knowledge out of the equation. Let's just talk YouTube. Lemon really had no choice but to secure the bag. He had pressure coming on his brand, okay,
He
which it
did.
includes a comment. You see what I'm saying?
That's
Like I said,
true.
I did a reaction video showing how Bizarro in YouTube cameras live that morning before she went on talking about it. She said it was a rig. She said the woman's in love. I'm paraphrasing, but the screenshots are
Who
there.
said that?
Um, Pizarro in YouTube cameras chat
Oh Lord.
said she's being used by Lemon, that the only reason
Mm-mm.
TSW is giving this money is because she has feelings for Lemon. She said that NYTC live stream, this receipts are on my channel, Dory Bad underscore Bad Bougie. Okay. And then then she went live after YouTube cameras with her mind already made up, and TSW was on the platform. But not once did she tell TSW that what she said over in YTC's chat. I'm the one that captured the receipts. Okay. And then thirdly, okay, so her mind's already made up. She had this interview with TSW. She's bitter because she only got $150. She's a hating something. I'm on every channel. She is
That
a
was
hater.
crazy when she said that.
Yes,
She
and I
said to
told
that
them in friend.
lady, she said to that
Yeah,
lady that
huh,
what does that $1,000 donation have to do with helping me? I was like, damn. And then she
Oh
gave
that
like
Jesus.
part.
$120, I believe. Like,
She's Pizarro's been hating on Lemon. It just was another case in point for me to drop receipts again on her. Pizarro is a hater. Pizarro is jealous. She was trying to control Lemon's platform before that, saying you don't listen to your supporters, you don't do this, you don't do that. You know. And lastly, I'm going on mute. Y'all can we can vibe off what I said if you want to. Tracy, I can see Tracy's point now that I sit back and think about it, because wait till the day of the competition. What I think Tracy was saying was that this will cut out all the pressure, the talking, all this other stuff. I think that's what she's going for. I could be wrong, but I could see why she would say that because it is a lot of nonsense around it, and the pressure is all on Lemon
yeah,
Well,
I
and
mean,
TSW.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
think
say
I
this
think
part.
people need to take it out of all of it, whether it be binary or whoever. I would take the burden off of his plate. I know I heard people say like they were pressuring him to take a donation to basically say that the competition was a real thing. And the only advice I would give Lemon is I wouldn't have said how much I'm going to donate so that people aren't
That
counting
part.
dollars. You know what I'm saying? I would have said I'm having a
Yeah.
competition. It's going to be, a significant pot. And, if people would like to donate, boom, because now people are
Hmm.
matching this, 500, a
Hmm.
thousand, what's the cap? What's
Yeah.
but that's not, I mean, standard operating procedures isn't what everybody in life follows. So,
They don't follow
Well,
SOPs, bro.
I'm gonna
Right.
say this. I'm gonna say this part. The only reason why the proviso has said about the money part is because it's the second woman that gave Lemon a large sum of money, and then came to her and asked her, "Could you help me with my channel? But I'm not giving you the money that I just donated. I'm only going to give you a percentage of what I think you're worth." And even if it was me,
Hmm.
I would say no. I mean, you. to come to me as a woman asking me to promote your channel, but you only want to give me $150 for my work. But you just donated $1,000 to a gentleman and didn't ask anything
Mm.
about it or from it or anything. But for me, you only want to give me $150 for the work I'm going to do for you.
Simon,
That
Okay,
would
can
also
we
make me
please?
say no.
Oh, Lord
Simon,
have
say
mercy.
something.
What's up, Envy? How you
All
doing?
right. All right, go ahead, y'all.
Man, with all respect, she doesn't know the real definition of male identified. I even
Mm.
had to say on my community board, the way she's even read the AI definition and didn't even understand or comprehend the words within the definition. I wrote her, I said, here's a hint. Start with defining the words in a definition. Okay? Start there as it relates to the context of the definition. Because I was ignorant, if you haven't noticed.
What
She
does that
talks
have to
double
do with asking
because it's
somebody
not
to
because
pay them for what they're worth?
you're passively aggressively bringing up male identified and you're agreeing with the woman
I
that
didn't
does not
know.
know
I
the
didn't
true
say anything
definition.
about no.
Oh
You're
my
not
god. Okay,
listening
I'm
to me.
I heard
I
you
didn't
very
say
well.
anything. I didn't say anything about anybody being male identified.
You
I
just
was
said
just
a woman.
stating.
Why does
I
gender?
just stated. Could you
Why is
just
her
let me
donation have
finish?
to be gender
Okay. You
specific?
know
No,
what?
because you're not gonna bull crap me.
All I said was, I understand what she said. You gave a gentleman $1,000 free for no strings attached. But with me, you only want to pay me $150 to do the work. That's what I said. And I'll say it again. If it was
Okay, now
me, I
respond.
would tell anybody that thinks my value is less than anybody else's value, whether it's a girl or guy. I don't really care who it is. You
No,
can give
you
it
said it because
to
okay,
Joe
thank you.
Blow. I don't care. I'm just saying. You cannot expect me to say yes. I will definitely help you for $150, knowing you just gave somebody, don't care who it is, $1,000 for free. It doesn't
See,
add up.
oh, it does
So
add up, and I'll tell you why it adds up.
don't come after me about being male identified. I did not put that in that subject. I did not even say that.
Why
I
are we
was
bringing up
stating
gender number one and number two?
how I
Number
would
two,
feel
there's a
about the situation
donation
and what I would say.
versus a statement of work,
Whatever,
a verbal
Jerry.
statement of
You
work.
know, Jerry, go ahead. You know, you got the floor.
Oh,
Go.
y'all
Go ahead,
got yeah,
Jerry.
thank you. Because what you're not gonna do is play in my
Go.
face.
Ain't nobody
Okay, you
playing in
know
your face. I'm
exactly
just
why.
telling you. I don't
And
care
I'm
what you
telling
say,
you.
Dory. If you ask me to help you with your channel, and you want to give me
That
pay
is
me
that right.
$150, but you just left a gentleman's panel
And
and gave
donated
him $1,000 for
for nothing.
nothing, for
For and she
whatever you
donated.
want to do with it. But I'm only worth $150 of my
See,
time.
that's where the disconnect is. Okay, let's talk shop. Number one, TSW donated to Lemon's challenge. She wants
You know
to
what?
Bizarro, but
Whatever. You
excuse
know
me,
what?
I didn't.
You're just
Uh huh.
gonna be
Okay, so you tell me the difference. She has
on
You
any
guys are
side other
arguing
than
expectations.
like apples and
my
oranges.
vision.
That's what
So
I'm trying to
whatever.
say,
I'm
Envy.
not gonna argue with it. She whatever I'm saying, she's not gonna want to understand
I
what
don't
my point
have.
of view is.
If
But
you're
go
right,
ahead,
you're
do
right.
you?
You
Do
just did
you?
two. You answered the whole
Somebody's gonna
question.
offer somebody's gonna want to pay me $150 to do my work. But you just gave another gentleman and didn't even ask him to help promote your channel. Do you
It's
really think
two.
I'm gonna like say
Her
okay to that?
money is going towards two different. You're out. It's
Mm.
night and day. She donated. Keyword donated
So
to Lemon's
I,
challenge. She
in other
expects.
words, the reason
Oh
why
my
Keisha
God! Never.
said no
Never. Envy.
is
That's why I
just
can't with you
because of the
people.
fact that
Okay,
it was
this is crazy.
she felt
Anybody with an ounce of sense can
unappreciative.
see the difference. Ma'am, you just
Yeah,
want to
of
be
course,
right.
Jerry.
You're not
You
listening to
know
me.
what,
Hearing this to
Jerry?
respond.
Whatever. I'm just saying. All I'm
It's
saying
Yeah,
not
is
that's
that
even
what
you
y'all.
people
guys.
want to
You
be
guys.
Just
You guys
saying.
aren't
people
even
want to be
having there's
appreciated.
no argument. If somebody sends me $100 and says "Have a
Thank
good
you.
day," I'm not going to wonder about their $100 that goes towards somebody's competition.
No, that's not what she said.
Right.
She didn't say have a
I'm going to
nice
enjoy
day.
my beer and
She
burger.
Thank
said
you,
what I want you
Envy.
to do is
Oh,
help promote my
thank you,
channel.
Envy.
In other words, if I come to you, MD, and I said, look, I need you to help promote my channel,
Child.
right? But I just left, let's say another gentleman TT Jakes. I'll just put that out there. And I just gave him $5,000 for nothing. But I come to you and I say, Envy, I need you to promote my channel for 100. You're gonna be like, well, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense to me.
No, I'm not.
Well, that's what I would be thinking. I
I
could,
don't
I'm just
because
saying what
I don't
I'm
because I
saying how
wouldn't
I
care.
feel.
Like, okay, let me ask you this. Why would it be hold on a second. Rex, what's up, man? Rex. These people, man. Rex. Don't slow down my show not saying something. You're on mute, Rex. Jesus Christ. All right, Rex, come back. All right, cool. Or type in the back and let me know it's you. Anyway, me personally, if you give a man whatever and then you give me whatever, I don't care. And why would you tell
Yeah,
me?
but that's you. That's
No, but
not. That
why?
doesn't have
Yeah,
to
but
be everybody.
why would you tell
Everybody
me?
don't have to feel the same way.
So, sister,
Everybody's entitled to their
why would you
feelings.
tell me? Would you say, "Hey, Envy, I'm about to send you $100, but I gave so and so 5,000." Why would you tell me?
No, I wouldn't tell you.
Right?
I
Then
mean,
how
if
would
it's
I know?
public information, everybody would know it. I didn't have to tell you.
My
You saw
Cash
me
App's
give
not
TJ
public information. I just
5,000.
got a Cash App that you all won't even will never know about. It's not public
No, I'm
information.
not saying that it was public information that what she just done, and
Envy, I'm gonna say this
then
real
she just
quick.
came and asked, could you promote my channel? If you're going to ask somebody to promote your channel, at least make them feel appreciative. That's
Excuse
all I'm
me?
saying.
First of all, let's look at the allocations. One was for a
Oh, gee.
donation. Right, please don't cut me off because I was on mute and then Envy spoke. So I'm trying to respect you. All right. I mean, you're swearing thin. Now, first and foremost, you're talking about financial allocations. Okay. One, she allocated her money to for as a donation. The other to Pizarro was for a payment for service. That's business. So when you attaching
Weren't you
gender
on
to it,
her panel just last
excuse
month?
me, excuse me,
All of a sudden now you can't stand her? I don't get that part. I
excuse
just
me, we're
don't.
talking about what you just said. Don't worry about what I got going on with that situation.
I'm
They
just
can come
trying
to
to
Dory
figure you
Bad and
out,
Boo.
Harry.
They can then go to my
I mean,
channel. You
I
listen.
I
But right
can't
now we're
understand
talking
how
about
somebody would like
allocations.
me
We're
last
talking
month
about
and
Lemonade
this month
Challenge. But
everything
see,
I
that's
do
your
is a
see.
problem.
I wish you would
I don't
stop
get that
talking from your
part.
emotional self and talk from your intellectual self. Then I can really
I'm not
fully
doing
get
that. I
into
will
what you're
speak
saying.
emotional as much as I want to,
Well,
darling.
clearly, because you're talking about my feelings to a bizarre. When I'm talking about
I'm
what
just
you said as
asking.
far as
This
financial
conversation you're
allocations.
having with me is not about
Envy,
logic.
I'm done. You
It
got the
is
point, Envy. That's
about
all that
your
matters.
emotional point of view.
Envy, I come up here and
Yeah,
talk about the
yeah.
competition. If they want to know what's going on with
I'm not
Bizarro,
quite
we
sure.
both have
Like,
channels.
I don't care about all that.
I don't even
Thank you.
really.
Just I don't I that's not we're talking about the competition. If you gave me $100, I would say thank you. That's it. What I don't pocket watch. You know, I just don't. But it is what it is. Let's see if this is Rex. Hold on. Y'all go ahead. Okay. Rex, we know you're from Philadelphia. We know you have more women than we do and all that. But Rex, take yourself off mute, dude.
Oh yeah, I was typing in the back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, all right. All right. Yeah, I got you now. Go ahead, y'all.
What happened to Rico?
He been dropped. He
Yeah.
left. But he in the
Yeah.
chat though. He in the chat though.
Rico dropped because Rico was ad libbing, and I just told Rico to just give me a second because I'm a shorts channel. This is cool, you know what I'm saying? But I make shorts, and it's hard to edit out certain noises and whatnot. I know people get pissed off at me for doing that, but I just have to do it that way.
Rico's style is funny.
Especially I have a flow. You guys saw banners. You guys, I have a flow. Like I don't want to go back and forth about something that nobody cares about. They're here to hear
That's
about the
all.
competition, and I get it with all the examples and whatnot. That's cool, but can we relate it back to the competition somehow? And then you can say whatever you want.
Envy, may I address your moderator real quick? Vibrant Law. I didn't bring up my issue or Pizarro's, vice versa. She did. So no, my response was, if you want to talk about that content, you can go to my channel or you can go to Bizarro's channel. I am here to talk about the competition. What's right in the title. Thank you. So don't do me.
Hey, Envy, let me ask, how old was that son again? Y'all was saying?
What's up?
How old was the lady's son again?
15.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know men ain't what they used to be back in the day. They softer now.
Wow,
But
Rico Rex sound like he ate breakfast today.
Simon, my
come on,
God, this
man, stop
guy.
talking to me when you just like, come on, man. Seriously, you already know what I would do to you in real life. Come on, man, stop. All I'm saying is, I remember there's been plenty of times where I say thank you, no thank you. That's what they were supposed to say. Once the son started talking, I'm good. We're gonna have a contest without you, but you can be a judge or something. We don't even need your money. But then again, it go back to why a lot of these people gotta have sponsors to go on trips. Because they can't even they don't have enough money to pay their own money to go on a trip, so they gotta have a sponsor. It's just ridiculous. Grown ass people on the internet begging. Remember, we all adults up here. I'm just hearing so much begging. Like go get a fucking job or something. This shit's ridiculous. Like you supposed to tell the lady, "Nah, we good. We don't need no money from you. You can be a judge though."
And what do you do for a living, Rex?
How about if I see you in real life, you won't be doing nothing? How about that one? All that other stuff, man. I have no rap for you, nigga.
Look, if you ask me what I
Come
did,
on,
I can
man.
ask
You
that
talk
in one
about,
second. Why do you
oh my
always go around
God.
the house
Hey,
with this crap?
Envy, you know why? I heard you on Let's Play. I was in the chat room. You talking about that nigga Dimples sent you fucking private part pictures and you was describing that shit. Get the fuck away from me, gay nigga. Stop playing with me, man. Seriously. Not playing
You
with
know,
you, boy. I
like,
will hurt you. I will hurt you in real life.
you know, the funny thing about
You
like
listen, stop, man.
Well,
Stop.
now
You're
we've gotten
catching
off of
over,
the
nigga.
competition all over again.
no,
Okay.
I want to get to that, but let
Yeah,
me
we
say
did
this.
Hey,
envy,
this
and I'm
nigga
gonna
keep
go ahead and
talking to
drop
me.
down. Okay, I may be
All
back
right,
up.
Dory, I'll
All
see
right,
you
all right.
soon.
But
Okay,
I'm
thank
Envy,
gonna
you
I
for
was
your
talking.
time.
Stargate by me to damn
The
protect you.
drop them
Envy,
links later.
I was on the topic, Envy. This nigga keep talking to me for some
I
dumb
know
ass
you. I
reason.
know you were. I know you were. I don't know why he's talking to you at all. Like,
I apologize.
like I really don't. Like it's weird,
Right.
But Rex, this is the one freaking time on the internet that Rex is on topic. Okay, so let's relish this moment. Rex, go ahead. I want to hear what you have to say about the 15-year-old because that is a sticking point with people. Because I feel one way. I want to see how you feel because I already know how young
Yeah,
bulls, I think you say, like how they should act towards their OGs or whatever. Go ahead.
I mean, I just feel like that's a point where you like thank you, but no thank you, and you keep your money, and like I said, you make her a judge. She don't even gotta donate no money. Forget her money. That's cool. We don't even gotta worry about that. So now the son ain't feeling no type of way, even if he a young boy. Because if he was older, you already know. Like my mom older, I just take a phone. Like she ain't sending y'all enough. You want it, you come pick it up from the house. If you ain't gonna do that, then go sit down somewhere. But yeah, you should have said thank you, but no thank you. But like I said. These people on here is at the point where they just like begging is just like not even a big deal to them, and I'm just like,
You took your mother's phone. All right.
oh man, come on, man, please, you a gay nigga, man, please stop, just stop, man.
No, I
Like, come on,
wouldn't. Vibrant. No, that's not going to happen. I would definitely point it out in badgering or whatever the case may be. Dory looking for a reaction. I don't know. I just wanted to get away from that. That argument was killing me. To be honest with you, I don't have anything against either of them. Soul Sister is a supporter here, so she has a little bit more rank. But at the same time, like that argument was annoying. So no, I mean, you're right. Dory and Dory's Dory. Go ahead, y'all.
Oh no, I was saying, do you agree with that? Sometimes it's alright to say thank you, but no thank you. I done did it plenty of times in my life. Like I'm good. Somebody might offer you something, you looked out for them. They might try to offer you something back. Like, dang, you looked out for me. I'm off. Like one of my friends did that last week. I said I'm good. Maybe another time, but I'm good right now. Sorry to say you're good.
Well, as a 15-year-old, I would definitely have a say about my mother giving up money to people she doesn't know. Um, and I'm very vocal when I'm saying something. And if she's giving money up because her mother died and passes money to her, it's going to be a very emotional ride for her son, thinking people are taking advantage of her mother this way at this time. That's very understandable.
Oh no, not really. I don't remember when I was 15 years old and what my mother was doing. I just remember a lot of men passing through the house. And she did what she had to do to get through. I mean, we live in a completely different generation these days. So women have a completely different perspective. So I can see it from that angle. But let's be real, like our parents were kind of different. You know what I'm saying? Like they went through a different type of struggle. They didn't have the same opportunities that we have today. And we can't blame them for that. But at the same time, we can't, get old and start acting like we don't know what it's like to be a teenager. Like as a teenager, you do what the hell you want. Like, I got a child in the house. She has no idea about what it costs for me to actually enable her to be the person she is. Do you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, like when we're doing all this extraordinary stuff, we're taking our children to school and making them the best people that they can reasonably understand under God's law. It's not nothing to them until they actually realize that they have to do it by themselves. And we had to do it by ourselves, but that's a learning and an understanding
But you're
that's
taking
acceptable
it
to only certain
as if
people.
Let me
if it's
answer Ryan real
from your
quick.
point of
And
view.
Soul Sister, you got the floor in just a second because I'll forget what I was going to say back. Hey, Ryan, thank you for making that point. When I said to Soul Sister, I wouldn't care if she gave $5,000 or $100. What I meant by that specifically is I only care about myself. So I'm glad that you said you need to up the dollar amount for promotion because, if I'm responsible for my own pocket and what I set the standard for at my channel. I wasn't negating the fact that I would be a little annoyed by it. So it would be my fault if she paid my price. But go ahead, y'all.
Yeah, I was just saying to Simon, you're taking as if every young man at 15 years old may have had the same mindset as you did. Also, you left a lot of holes in your story by saying there was a lot of men coming through your home and your mother had to do whatever she had to do. When you say things like that, it leaves imaginations of people's minds that you may not want to be in their head. But in today's world, or yesterday's world, or whatever world you are, 15-year-olds are just not little boys that's just, or girls just hanging around wanting school money. In today's world, they're very smart and intelligent.
So, so
Respectfully, sister. I appreciate where you're coming from, but that's a nuance that women take up, and I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but most, especially like single mothers, really underestimate what black men are about, and you seem to think just because they're 15-year-olds and they can walk and talk and you can send them off to school and shut the door and like forget about it for the day that they know what they're doing. They do not. We get caught up in so much crazy stuff, and it's your job as a parent to enable us to understand what kind of person we are, what background we have, and unfortunately, historically, what's been proven is you have not done a good job at that.
Ryan,
well, no, hold up, nigga. Stop.
just give
First
me
of
10
all,
seconds, Rex, and I'll let you get your
go
shit
ahead.
off. I just want to answer this real quick. Ryan, in my opinion, a sponsor and a donor is different, but I can only speak for myself. A donor is, hey, here's the money, have a good day. A sponsor is someone that has some say so, like a product or service. But go ahead, Rex. Sorry about that.
Yeah. No, you good. First of all, Simon and Soul Sister, this was never you turned into to black women and single mothers. It was never about that. It's about two grown ass men taking money from a lady I heard about 3 times. You could tell something wrong with her. If you can't tell something wrong with her, then you ain't been outside enough. So it's about her 15-year-old son saying something. You heard him saying something. No matter what he said, he don't run nothing. He's 15, but you just say thank you, but no thank you. And I'm good with your money. You keep your money, so we don't even have these problems. Because I don't like you don't get nowhere like that taking from people.
No,
But
but
that's not.
I appreciate what you're saying, Rex. But someone raised this child, okay?
But it's
And
not about him. It's about two grown ass men taking her money, just
okay,
accepting her money.
well,
That's what it's
this
about.
is
Ain't about that
this.
15-year-old.
I sort of understand what you're saying, but I mean, we're never gonna have any sort of solution if we don't get to the core root. And you know, I get that you're just looking at it from like a oversight perspective, but that's cool. That's what we're gonna
No,
do, and we're gonna
as a
go around in
grown ass
circles.
man, but a grown ass man, no, you just say no, thank you. This is real simple. Ain't about
Yeah,
the
but
15-year-old.
Rex, come on,
I get.
bro. Like,
Hold on, listen for a second. I get my own money, so her money don't make or break me. So therefore, I don't need it. So therefore, why am I like? If I know it might be a problem in her household, why am I taking her money? It's that simple. Nothing else to talk about. If it's gonna be a
I,
problem in her household, guess what? This is a talent show with a bunch of niggas that don't really got talent. So I
leave
didn't
them
watch them.
alone.
Yeah,
What's wrong with you?
Dang. Tell us how you really feel, Rex.
Damn.
yeah.
I mean,
Come on, man. We talking about bozos.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
if
I'm just
Rex
saying. I
is a
mean,
judge, everybody could get their money back.
no, I'm just saying though. Sometimes,
Fuck all y'all
no,
niggas, get out.
because envy. I've been offered stuff before. No, but envy. If you ever been as a man though, over the years, right? Let's say it could
Right.
be my mom, my ex-wife, my girlfriend. It doesn't matter, right? And they might say, I'm gonna do this for you. Cause I mean, you always take care of your women, but sometimes you be like, I'm good. I ain't worrying about it. You can just go get the drawers and the tank tops when they want to do something nice. Go and I'm like, I know you can't afford that shit, but I'm good. Now, I don't know that lady, but she sounds like something going on in her brain, whatever. And I'm not positive about that. Well, I didn't even accept her money.
My thing
And
is
I'm
the
good.
only thing I could say about that woman's household is if she is that off, I kind of want to take that off the table, but I don't. I'm like right down the middle with it. If she's that off and she has a 15-year-old son and a husband, I would think that they would like take her money away, like joint account. I don't know. Give her an allowance. I don't know what the right answer to that is, but something's not. I don't know. The
She might
son
be
being
using
that
her like
upset, I can't get off of that. I wish I could get off of that point. Funky Junkie said, "Why was the money needed so far in advance?" Pizza asked for money the day before and the day of the competition. Just a question. I mean I believe the date changed from June 3rd to June 13th. It is a long time for the donation to come in, but that's just my own opinion. But at the same time, I'm not the executive producer of the situation. That's why I asked Binary specifically, do they need that money as of right now for operating capital? And I also asked specifically, which we didn't get an answer to, what money is going toward the competition. I get it. People said put this in the cash app for Binary, for Lemon. But what if I just say here's $100? Where's that going? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's weird that there's a cap. It's weird that there's what if I give $300 and you tell me, oh well, that's $300 over the cap. Okay, well then what? What if I wanted my money to go toward the cap?
I think Binary should hire you. That's what I
No,
think. When
no,
if he turn around as like yo envy
no,
or take control of this, you're
no.
gonna say
There,
no?
I'm no. I'm priceless.
All right. You know your worth. Let's get it in.
see, and that's good.
I mean,
Envy.
go to
That's
my
what I've been
website
saying
and
though.
answer your own question.
Look, that's a way for you to make a couple
$500.
dollars.
Envy, priceless.
Hey,
Let's
And
get it.
Simon,
Right?
Simon, I
hey,
just wanted,
You got to be in my ear first. You know what I'm saying?
that's
Simon,
what
I just
Envy just said.
wanted,
No, no, thank you though. See, that's how simple
Simon,
that is. No, thank you.
Damn.
Simon, I just want to say this though. You're in UK. I think you said you're in UK. And American young children today are a little bit, and I don't want to sound like your country is not all that, but in America today, our young people are so much more aggressive growing up in today's world than being a little bit more pampered in the UK. We
Well,
we're known
thank you
to
for being
take on
patronizing, but anyway, go.
we're known to be a lot more aggressive,
No, you're
advanced,
not. No, you're not. Well, I'm listening.
and we're known also to take control over certain situations. We have children now that have to take care of their mothers who are on drugs and they have to do everything. Fathers who are alcoholics and they have to do everything. Um, Mothers who are working two jobs and a child still have to do everything. We're a little bit more aggressive over here because we have to be. We're not passive like it is in the UK, where
Okay,
everything is taken care of for you. You know,
all
you
right.
go to the hospital,
So,
that's done. You want your education, that's done. You know, only thing your parents have to worry about is putting food on the table. And
yo,
that's
soul
not a hard
sister,
chore
wait,
to do.
soul
I got
sister.
to
Let me
ask
tell you
Rex
something.
something when
Wait,
y'all are finished
let
with
me
this
let me
banter.
just,
But look, I
yeah,
love
yeah.
the UK. I'm
No,
not
no,
downing you. I
no,
just
no.
want you to
Just no,
understand
it's cool.
we're
That's
got a
cool.
little
Y'all
bit
are
I
in
more
the
rough over
UK.
here.
no,
All
no, no.
right.
I ain't gonna come at you. I'm just gonna tell you something, okay? Like everything you just said, right? Is kind of funny. You know why? Do you know
Why?
why? Because
Why?
I don't have parents. Okay, my mother passed away when I was
Oh
16 years
my
old.
God.
So wait a sec.
I mean,
Who's
Oh,
bringing
I'm
condolences.
up the
sorry.
black? Who's bringing up the black community in the UK that you so often want to state about? Like we don't have a hard time. You don't know what the hell we go through.
Hey,
Like what do you do? You just sit down and watch TV. Like you don't know anything. You're not even asking questions, girl. And
I
you
I'm
are
just saying
superior. No, no,
hey,
American
listen,
Envy,
youth
I got a
over
listen to
question
me
here.
after
for a sec.
Simon
No,
done.
listen to me
All
for a
right.
second. You are
Go ahead, Simon.
superiorly. You're superiors. Like I've never heard a chick like you on YouTube.
I'm not trying to
Like I
be.
no. I swear to God. And I'm kind of infatuated with you to an extent, but I'm just saying, like, Envy's got you, right? So I'm like, I ain't even play with that. But I'm just saying, be careful, bro, because like
I'm just saying, in America,
what you
we are a little
see,
bit
it
more
ain't the same
aggressive.
thing. No, you're not. It's the
Yeah,
same
we
thing.
are.
No, you're not, bro. Look, have you ever seen an
You're
immigrant
not
from
going to win the
Saudi Arabia?
argument. One's going to think one
Jesus.
thing. Okay, you guys are going to go, I know
No,
you are, but
I
what am
think it's a
I,
good point.
right?
It's
Is
a
that
good
what we're
point.
doing?
It's a good point. I get where she's coming from, but you can't just outright go, it's black and white. It's never black and white unless you travel the globe and seen some stuff, like for real, bro. Like I never
Med
act
check.
like I'm better than nobody, bro. No way. Like no.
Okay, so Rex, what's up, man? Go ahead. You said you had a question.
Yeah, I had a question, right? Because I
Now that
heard
we
Soul
know about
Sister.
UK is soft and we're hard. Okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah, and I heard Soul Sister say this before I came up here about the male identified, right? And I was talking about this Saturday about if you got a boyfriend or you married, are you male identified? Because I guess men like me, I got black children, black wife, black girlfriend,
Yeah,
well,
but
ex-wife,
I never used the
black.
word male identified.
Okay, okay, I apologize.
That
I
was
thought you
brought
did.
on to me. I did not use
All
the word male identified.
right, I'm sorry about that, but I'm
Yeah,
a I'm gonna
I love
finish that
men.
up.
Yeah,
No, I know
I
you do.
got no
I know
problem
you
with
do.
men.
But only time you ever hear this is on YouTube, and it's like it's ridiculous. Like black women need black men, and black men need black women. Like all that other stuff is ridiculous. Now, if you want to be with a white guy, that's fine too. So that's not the end of the world. But I'm just saying, like, I don't even know where they get this shit from on YouTube.
Men and
Male
women need each
identified.
other.
Yeah, black people
Speaking
need
of,
each other.
I'm gonna
people
go.
need each
Okay,
other.
okay. We're gonna play go around the room. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go. counterclockwise says Stargate gets to be the anchor. Okay.
All
All
right.
right. Rex. Rex, as of what you heard with I'm still I gotta get past the kid thing because I can't in my own head. I need help. As of what you heard the son say, they don't care about you, this and that, whatever. How do you feel? I'm not talking about an epithet of the whole house dynamic or anything like that. I'm just talking about in general. And Simon goes, Soul Sister goes, Stargate go. Thank you.
Well, I feel like they shouldn't accept the money. Should send the lady money back, and just say you can be a judge, and that's it. It's real. It's real easy, and that's it. If not, then like I said, I understand why these niggas need sponsors to take trips.
Simon, Jesus. They
Yeah,
made you sit in the other room when they took tests,
wait
didn't
a
they?
second. I'm just highly interested to understand if Rex has ever had a sponsor.
Riggs.
Yo.
All right.
But anyway, now I'm gonna ask the
Simon.
question.
We need to put Simon on a timer. Okay, watch this. Okay, Soul Sister. All right. We skipped you, okay? All right, cool.
Sometimes I need a
Yeah,
timer.
no.
I need a timer for
The
myself.
best way to
bro.
stay on the stage is just to be
God
quiet from here on out. Like if you get dropped to the back, there's a
Right.
reason.
Can
We
you go
skipped
to
you.
Big
Watch this. I mean, Simon, come on, dude.
Come to me,
Please.
class, bro.
I'm trying, dog. I'm trying my
Yeah,
best.
leave me
Like
in the
I'm
back
really
for a
trying.
minute. Like I need to get my shit together.
Yeah, well, okay, cool. We
right,
see
no.
Soul Sister is now correct about the UK. Okay, cool. Soul Sister, your turn, please.
I'm just down with Rex. I understand it. I think it makes a lot of sense. By that time, you would just tell a young lady, thank you, but no thank you. You're having a problem right now, and you could be a judge if you want to, but I'm good. We don't need your money. I'm good.
Okay, so I'm just trying to make sure TSW is the lady we're talking about in the sun. Is it okay? I got that correct. Okay. Now, the second is this talent show going to be at Lemons or okay? When is the talent show?
Who's TSW?
That's what I'm saying. Like I just heard
That's what
about
we're
her.
talking
I've
about.
been saying this the whole live. I've been asking. I'm like, who is TSW, girl?
Yeah, and what does TSW stand for?
Exactly. Look, what?
So there's somebody else in the chat, perfectly imperfect.
What?
So perfectly imperfect has been asking. So Simon has, and I've been trying to follow the conversation.
Thank you.
So
Stargate.
absolutely, Simon. But Envy's question is, because I wasn't listening when you asked the question, Envy. I just heard you say Stargate is the anchor. Anchor.
Yep. You gotta bring us home. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that sounds like to ladies. That sounds kind of different to men, okay?
Nah, the anchor in the 4x4 in the 4x4 relay or the 4x1, whatever.
Yeah, the last one. No, I was just like,
the anchor is
what
the most important. Yeah, no, the anchor has to pick up the slack and get us home.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm actually doing what an anchor is supposed to do, but
yes, please.
But the question,
because I knew Simon would slow down I knew he would slow us down.
Hey, drop the link, y'all. Drop the link. Hey, Envy, I know who Stargate is too. She's silly as shit.
Yeah, Stargate's great.
Envy, have I been silly on your panel, brother? Have I been?
No,
Thank you. See, I only give what I get. Does that make sense, Rex?
Nothing makes sense to Rex. I mean, that's like.
But like I said, I will.
Stargate will be here. We go live every day at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, go ahead. Every day, unless I don't feel like it. In case I.
Or unless it's 7:00. But go ahead.
Envy's brilliant. Jesus.
What's wrong, Rico? Tell us, Rico, because now we're kind of on the shit show part of it. Go ahead, please.
I love Rico.
Rico's cool.
I didn't even
Rico
wait.
gets it.
Did you kick Rico off, or did he drop the
No,
ball?
Rico left. I don't know
He
because
left. Okay.
because no, I mean what I try to do is I try to organize my channel in a way where you go from the community while you go to the shorts first. When you go to the shorts, then you decide if you want to go to the long video. So if someone's ad-libbing during like this type of setting, I have to edit out a bunch of noises. So
Right.
I just asked Rico to chill for a minute,
Chill,
and
if he
Rico
dropped that,
saw that as
he took his
disrespectful.
ball and went home.
Rico he took his. Oh my God!
I
We
just
used to beat that kid up. That not Rico, but yeah,
Rico
somebody
said
just
you
said,
dropped
I'm gonna
him.
take my ball and go
wait.
home.
Rico,
I did not drop
Rico said
Rico.
you dropped.
Oh my God! Like Simon, for example, like right here, you see this.
Right.
Like you and I are talking
So I
just fine, and Simon's
Rico
talking about
alone.
nothing. God.
Yeah.
With all this damn makeup on. I don't get it. But anyway. I did not drop you. Stop it, Rico.
I'm about to tell you about where to shop for makeup if you keep playing around with me like this. I've got exclusives.
So you got exclusive. Hey, all right. So Big Rigs, you heard most of this, man. Do you have something that you're concerned about? Do you think I covered it all? Do I need to fill in the blanks somewhere? What's up?
Actually, I was coming up, bro, because I was kind of in and out and shit, bro. I was gonna ask you though. So, what is it gonna be? 9 judges and shit.
No.
Okay.
So they flipped
it's broken
it.
down a little bit.
They got
lighter,
5 judges and 9 contested. So,
and everybody get 100.
I mean, I think we need to, never mind.
The judges is getting cashed out 100.
We don't know. We don't know. We didn't get down to
I just heard Soul Sister say everybody get 100.
Yeah, I was just joking.
No,
okay,
Riggs. The only financial.
I'm just fishing.
The only financial thing that we covered is that they might put a cap on the donations, and we were trying to find out where the donations go. Is it above and beyond the $2,000 or whatever? And we didn't get very clear on that. Because it's money.
Big Rigs. Do you know about L'Oreal? Do you know about L'Oreal? Have you heard of that?
Nah.
Simon, this better be on topic.
But hold on, before we go into that though, real quick, Simon. What about the God damn it, man. Go ahead, Simon. I forgot, man.
Well, what's
you'll remember.
Before
no,
you
okay. I'm just talking about
again.
makeup. You can speak out all you want. I like a bit of makeup.
I wanted to say officially.
Oh, you talking about L'Oreal the makeup, bro?
Yeah.
Max Effect, Max Factor.
Yeah, why you what brought that up though?
Nah, because NB said I got all them shits in my bathroom. You know what I'm saying?
No, because that's real weird. No, I'm talking about like his profile pic. I have no idea why he put that much makeup on because we've seen Simon. Simon sits on the floor with a blue hoodie on and looks homeless and calls himself a lawyer. And he's got who's backing you? I forgot somebody told us that he walked us around the house and this and that, some crazy lady.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I got like a $75 like perfume in my bag that's making me look good.
Perfume, okay? Not cologne. Okay,
yeah, I remember, bro.
These boys different, man. Crazy.
I remember what I was gonna ask you.
Rico, God damn, whatever. Rico, Jesus Christ, never mind. I fucks with Rico. Rico and I go the long way. Rico be in here typing if I got one person here, but damn. All right, we'll figure it out, Rico. Go ahead, Riggs.
So did you ask about what this contract was, bro?
Yes. Yep. So the contract is not done. And it's being done on some kind of easy doc situation, one of those lawyer.com, Legal Shield, what I don't know.
I don't really care about
I have
that
a
though. But
feeling
legal
what's the
shield.
details of the contract though?
Envy, did you say legal shit?
Big Rig, can we stop? Big Rig, can we stop though? A YouTube
Now that's
content for a fucking talent contest,
I think
man.
you
Come
pay and you
on.
can call and ask questions.
LML. What's that? ML. What you call that?
Right. So
Hey, Envy, stop laughing, Envy. This shit not even
I
funny, man.
can't, bro. The legal field is funny as hell, dog.
For a YouTube talent contest with a bunch of motherfuckers
I
don't have
know.
talent. Come on, man.
Hold on. I'm like, hold on a second. We got an operating agreement. We got this and that for this damn YouTube talent show. You better get the hell up out of here, man.
Hey, but
Listen,
what was the details of the contract though, bro?
they didn't map it out. He said that he's still hell bent on the fact that his members only live. His members had to be there to see the contract being
Oh, so
drawn.
he's not talking about nothing because of his members only.
Basically, but
Okay, I got you.
unfortunately though, the contract is kind of all over the place because they don't have a date. They don't have,
Well,
they don't
I
know
kind
if
of seen something about something being said about in the contract. There's no refunds. So I was just trying to see what the details of that was.
Here's the problem about the refunds. The details about that is they said the only way that the woman gets a refund is if the show does not happen at all. So my problem was
That's a big
that's what
area
I
though,
was
right
saying.
there.
That's why I said Belize and YouTube E Streets Awards. You know what I'm saying? Like, are we doing this like
So that didn't get narrowed down in no way.
No. Yeah, so that's nomenclature, that's syntax. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, if it doesn't happen ever. What do you mean ever? Like
So that was as narrow as it got.
we're all gonna be up in heaven having a damn talent show. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell is really going on, bro?
Basically, really no answer to that. It was just
right. It's a play on
a big
words.
out there.
It's a
Okay.
play on words.
Well, yeah, man, sounds fantastic, bro. I just wanted to
yeah, we got a lot covered tonight.
Yeah, I just wanted to fucking, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna definitely red ball.
What's up,
definitely red ball this thing.
Big Rig, you know that shit sound janky, nigga. That shit sound like bullshit.
You know, it is what it is, man. You know, I wish the best of everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to find out some details of the shit. Man.
Nobody would show up if something on YouTube was organized, right?
That's true.
Okay, so I feel like the last thing I want to touch on before we roll out is I am not gonna get trolled. Period. Okay, I'm an elite troll. So let's figure this out. My people last night basically said that this is. I said, let's pick number from 1 to 10. 10 were being completely trolled. They were like at around a 7-ish. Like, do I think that the competition is going to go on? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Do I think that there's going to be a lot of foolishness leading up to it? Absolutely. The LLC is not happening. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, wow.
LLC for what?
Right. Right. They said that they're going to do binary. What were they going to call it? Lemon binary
Lemon and
LLC.
binary LLC.
Yo, Rex.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop Envy, but
all right, I
in the chat,
appreciate you,
bro.
Riggs. I appreciate you, brother.
You already know what it is, man. Shout out to everybody on the panel, man.
Anybody who believes in the LLC, leave now. I will hey, moderators, if somebody says anything good about the LLC, put them in timeout. Thanks. Go ahead.
They didn't say no lemon and binary though. Come on, man.
What
now
does
you getting weird.
LLC stand for? Come on, please tell me, bro. Come on. You go ahead.
No, I'm asking you.
I mean, you just talk about makeup and perfume, so you're screwed.
I know, but I'm just saying, what does LLC stand for? Because we keep doing these
limited liability company, bro. Gee, you don't know what you're an attorney. This dude says he's an attorney and he doesn't know what LLC is. We're down bad. Hey, let me ask you this, Simon. Let me ask you this, Simon. Are we independent contractors on YouTube? Content creators. Let me ask you that.
Yeah, you're self-employed.
Okay, so what form do I get?
1099.
No, damn it.
What? It depends on how much
No,
you want to push
Stargate.
it.
I was trying to see if the lawyer knows.
Oh, let me
Right.
mute.
It
I'm
depends
I'll
on how
asking
mute.
much.
I'll
Yeah,
Stargate.
mute.
it
You know I
depends on how
fucks
much you want
with
to
you.
push it. You know, it's like you could be
You
like.
My
don't know
bad,
what an
Envy.
LLC is, and you're an attorney. And listen,
No,
bro,
I was
you
asking
pass the
him. I
bar.
wasn't
Contract
asking you. I
law
know
is a
you
part.
know.
It's family
Come
law,
on,
contract law,
Envy. Don't do
criminal.
that. Look, give the dude the opportunity to get an education. Like I was just trying to.
From
I was
you?
asking.
Wow.
What's
Wow.
an
So
NDA, Simon?
Yeah, right. NDA.
non-disclosure agreement. There you go. Boom, boom. Right, that is straight up.
What's it? Okay, well, okay. Let me ask you this question. I hope this isn't boring to people. It's real quick. Okay, so if you open up an LLC or you open up an incorporation, what is the main risk?
It depends. Like
No, not depends. It's very easy.
If you
If
open
you
up
and
a
I were like, we're going to
corporation,
open up a
you want
company, hold on,
details? You
so
want me to
sister, I
tell
want to
you?
see if he's a lawyer.
No,
So if
I
we're going to
don't know if you
open
want me to
up a
tell you.
LLC, a LLP, a 501c3, or an incorporation, what's the main risk? It's all a common denominator. Trust me. Go ahead.
Oh, the main risk is if you
I've never been to college before, Simon. So go ahead and answer, nigga.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah. I mean, the whole point of opening up an LLC is that you have limited liability. That's the whole point. So, like, the risk is your partners. Like, if you have a board, which you should have, and most of the time you can't even do this unless now, I don't even want to go into this. This is bore the
This is
hell
a
out of your fucking
mess.
audience. It'll bore the hell out of your audience, bro. I'm dry.
No, but it's just such a fast. You want me to give you the answer?
Okay.
Okay, it's the risk value that you want to basically put toward your investment. LLC allows you to separate your personal funds from your business funds. In incorporation, you have to combine the funds, but you're more likely to get government contracts set asides. It's a risk.
That's just a stakeholder, not a business
Lord,
owner.
all right. We're moving on. You didn't know what an LLC stood for,
I
and you
did
wear
not, and I
you got
appreciate you.
perfume and you wear
No,
makeup. So
I give that one to you.
there's a
I
lot
give it to
going
you.
on.
I give it to you. Clap, clap, sir. Clap, clap, sir. Clap, clap, sir. I got you. Don't worry about it. I ain't gonna fucking do shit. No way.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna drop off and stuff. Y'all have a good day, but
Rex, I appreciate you. Come
too,
back
Rex.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Hey, Rex, come back
what's
tomorrow.
up,
I'm gonna
the
man?
have
difference between
a
Stargate
tomorrow.
though
I'm gonna have an
and
open
Simon
panel.
is she
All
got
right,
I
ass and
Rex.
want to come
titties,
and hang
nigga.
out with you. I'm gonna come
Rex,
and
come
hang
back
out with
tomorrow
you.
at
No.
6. I'm gonna have an open panel because
No,
damn,
no doubt. I was just saying the difference between Stargate and Simon is she got ass and titties, nigga. I don't want nothing to do with you. Keep that
that's
I'm
wet
very
gonna
ass
good.
I'm gonna
away
come
from
and
me,
hang out
nigga.
with you on your block, bro.
Have
Don't
a
worry
good
about
Absolutely,
it.
I
one.
agree,
I'll be
Rex.
knocking on your door like ding 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 ding.
Who would you rather talk to, Simon or Stargate?
Me.
Golly, Simon's gonna get a job at the damn Nordstrom little kiosk.
I don't want to
Simon
insult you,
works
but
at the Nordstrom. He's the perfume lady.
Yeah, he's
she's different.
rub
I've been listening to
this
Stargate
on
for
your
a minute.
wrist,
Like
man.
she's different.
Yeah,
He be
Simon's
spraying
fine.
people before they
Kind of
permission.
intrigued.
Yes, 501c3 is definitely nonprofit. Yes, funky junkie, absolutely. Yeah, you know.
Envy, I'm gonna,
Simon
And
be
let's
spraying
not even
perfume.
get into
Talking about that'll be his
DBAs and all
talent
the other
man.
stuff. Yeah,
yo, girl.
Stargate. I
Listen,
know we
girl.
can clown some
Yeah,
people.
you don't want me
Right,
to
Envy.
inside of you. There's a
Every day
difference.
at 6
All right.
o'clock,
Anyway, like
Stargate. I'll make you a superstar.
Absolutely, Envy. I
No,
got you.
actually, you'll make
I
me
got
one.
envy all
I'm
day
gonna make
long, bro. Yo,
We'll do
envy's the
something.
one.
We're gonna do
Look,
something.
when I support someone, I got them wholehearted, bro. Like I ain't detracted from you, and it took a long time for me to actually. Like I'm being real. Like it took a long time for me to actually find someone that I actually fucking respect. You know what I'm saying? That's just not a shortcoming. Like I appreciate you, envy. Like I got everybody like bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But I actually respect you, and I always will. When you got my respect, you got my respect. I'm gonna bring London all over here. I'll tell Europe about it as well. So salute to you, sir. And you're doing the good work. So peace
I
out.
appreciate it, Simon. You've always taken my trolling, and it's gotten pretty bad. I trolled the hell out of Simon. I had him walking around his house and all kind of sitting on the floor and the mattress. Yeah, I had him all jacked up. soon as he said he didn't like black women, then it was over when I pulled that clip out. But anyway, so yeah, we're at the end of the show. I don't know what the hell happened. I wish I could say, hey, YouTube, that last third of the show was bullshit. But the cool thing is,
it was
but the cool thing is I really do appreciate the hell out of everybody for sitting through the interview. I think that I got some good questions out. Hopefully there's a little bit of clarity here. I like to be a one and done. So there's no binary 2.0 ABC show. This is it. So whatever y'all do out in the YouTube streets, I'm catching people. Y'all see NY out there? Yeah, she's gone. You see ZX is trying to damn, change his robe and pull out 380s and and snitch on Vic, and here's what Vic is doing after I trolled him. King of trolls. My ass. What was this? When I gave you the content, you were so upset. This is what happened to you. You know what I'm saying? And I'll troll myself. I don't give a damn. Hold on. Let's see. Where's Vic? We gotta help him a little bit. Hold on. Damn, Vic, my bad, bro. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Vic's like, I'm gonna be up until I prove ZX to be wrong. I got the police report. I got the police report yesterday, and I need to get this information out there now. I had him all jacked up. He gave me a mod stick, and I was telling. Yeah, Vic had a little bit of an issue there. Definitely red ball, y'all. This I already knew what this was gonna be. This is gonna be heavy replay gang. I appreciate the replay gang, because here's the thing. As I said, I hope I got down to the bottom of some stuff. One more time, I'm going to show y'all like a damn substitute teacher. And here's what I like. My favorite thing, and I'll make this a short. So my favorite thing is people to communicate me below the description on my video. A lot of YouTubers don't ask that. I want engagement. I want to know, should I have cut the show off a little bit earlier? What did I miss? What can I do better? All that. I respond to each and every comment. So therefore, I want to go ahead and put up these banners real quick so that y'all can ask me specifically if I covered everything. So basically, we talked about the talent show overview and criteria. We went through TSW's feelings on the matter, and can she be given a point of contact in your agreement? We went over when people asked if she could donate later. You said it doesn't work like that. So is the money for operating expenses before the event. I believe Lemon said that he was going to utilize his own funds. And then we asked about donations. Is everything going to the pot? Binary was talking about there being a cap. So if there's a cap, when do I know that? Like if you cap it today and I donate $300, where does that go? When do I know about the cap? Do I get like 3 business days to know about
so we need an itemized list.
We need something to our day, or we're going to, I'm holding back. Tomorrow I'm gonna be an ass about all this. Trust me.
It's professional day today.
It's professional today. We're in the biker clubhouse now. Let me put the boardroom back up. And what are the credentials to be a judge and or host? The reason why I asked that question is because people are being asked how long they've been around, how long they've been in the beef sector, this and that. They don't know the players and how does so and so get to be a judge and whatever. So obviously we had to ask that question. And then the son and the husband, how are they feeling about it? At this point, we don't know. The son sounded pissed off and the husband sounds like he's on a forever vacation. Is there any?
Not a forever vacation.
He said, fuck this. I mean, by now I'd probably roll out too. But anyway, after with the $1,000 of gas money, I'm sorry. my wife's gonna give me $1,000 to leave her and get on my motorcycle. Well, thank God I never got married. I can't do that. I'm in fear. I'm in fear of commitment. You know, I don't have a pet. I don't have a fish. I don't have a dog. I don't have a girl. Nothing. I'm happy sitting my ass right here lonely. All right, that's why I'm on the internet like you motherfuckers. Okay, it makes me feel like a person.
Take them to the cheesecake and go home. Cheesecake factory and go home.
Yo, what would you like to eat, sir? Cheesecake. What's wrong with you? I smoked a blunt out front, nigga. Anyway, and then we got the LLC, which is bullshit.
Oh,
But
man.
anyway, manager of the event. But what is the purpose? I can't wait, man. I'm gonna make a poster. Lemon is, oh man, I'm gonna troll the fuck out of
Right.
that. Oh my god, yeah, they're definitely getting a poster. Limited, what they call it, limited binary LLC. Oh yeah. Oh, trust me. Oh, you know how fast I can whip up
Oh
something.
my
You know, clearly, right?
Ooh, y'all got me.
Clearly, I'm decent. Clearly, I'm pretty decent with graphics. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So,
my God.
oh yeah, the trollery. Yeah, the trollery. They just basically invited me to. I mean, I could. I, I can get these. Oh yeah, trust me. Like part of the situation is this, and this is how I'm gonna start tomorrow. Right there in my world, y'all need some discipline. But yeah, I mean that's it. So sister, you got any parting words, ma'am?
I had fun. It was really nice.
Good.
I'm glad this is the last show.
The last show?
I do one and done.
Yeah,
You
that's
mean
it.
like you mean like the
Yeah, we're
last
not talking
show,
about
like
them
Envy
no more.
Manco Television is gone? Like this is it?
Yeah. I was like, wait, this is it?
Damn.
This the last show for real?
Oh, sister got me
I
up
just
out
got
of here
here.
fast.
Damn.
Oh yeah, she knows the police are
One and
kicking my
done,
back
and we
doors. Oh,
out.
it's Stargate. What do you got? Yeah, it was kind of a shit show, but I try to get it organized. But you know, I'll have a shit show tomorrow. But how you feel about everything, Stargate?
Like I said, I'm here for the support group. You know, when binary lets everybody down, I'm here to offer my support group services. And I mean that.
oh my God. Hey, shout out to all the donors. If they want to give Stargate $250 to, or wait, give me 500 and I'll give Stargate 250, and
All right.
she'll do all the counseling
I'll do all the
that y'all
counseling.
need. You know what I'm saying? And she's not going to charge by the hour. She's going to give you like sessions, you know,
Sessions.
because she's not one that's going to be like, oh yeah, I'll give you a few more minutes. Go ahead. No, motherfucker, your hour, ding! Like, oh, that's your hour, sir. Like, that's it. I don't give a shit what you have to say until tomorrow.
These are facts.
Yep. Well, the YouTube streets, I know the YouTube streets are YouTube streeting. So if y'all go to Ness's or if y'all go to Lemons, that's freaking great. I don't tell motherfuckers where to go. I just tell you where I'm going.
Choose your
I'll be yeah.
poison.
Hey, so yeah, binaries troll the shit out of us. Here's what he gets. But we will do it. We will do a follow up to this and see where we got. I really do. On a serious note, I'm glad that RNY did say that. That he can spend the money however he feels like it. I think that closed that door. And then the Sun situation, I'm not settled about it, but I'll just take it for what it is. I mean, what am I gonna do? Bust in their house and tell a 15-year-old how to act? So I mean, whether that makes me feel funny or not, it doesn't matter. But as I said, Soul Sister, Stargate, all the other people, subscribers, supporters, they're different. Wait, we got Bush watchers, cloud watchers, subscribers, supporters. They're all different. But I agree. I appreciate all them being here. Sometimes I burn down the bushes when my likes aren't right, but it's all good. That just means people are sitting out there waiting for it to fail.
Envy patience. Envy being patient today. That's good. That's good.
Envy's usually not. Envy's usually a complete freaking train wreck. which when people see me do a professional show, they're like, "Oh yeah, that's cool." Usually he's tripping. No, usually I'm trolling you out of your mind so that you get off the internet for a few days. Let's see. So I'm gonna have Mo3 get us up out of here, ladies. When I play this, I don't come back, but I'll see you at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time if you don't mind.
That's tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, yeah. I'm not gonna be here because I will be working. So
you got a job.
Like that happened. I was driving around, saw you came up in my algorithm. Yeah. And I was like, oh, what he done now? You know that.
Oh, it's not something that I say, oh my gosh, if you're not here at 7 o'clock. I'm just
right. I got you.
If I enjoy you on the panel, I'm gonna say something. If I don't, I'm just gonna make you If I don't say something, that means I'm glad you left. So anytime you could come around, I know Soul Sister will be in the building as well. I'm gonna play mode 3 and I'm up out of here. I don't want to sound rude or whatever.
I had a real good time, Envy and Soul Sister, and everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, y'all.
Oh, goodbye, everybody.
And I ain't gotta say a damn thing, but girl, I'm trying to get you. Cause someone who knows how to ride can take different positions. Now you screaming up and down we go. That's right, I never met the type of girl that's quite like you. Keep it on the low, and I can give more dick, girl, it's true. But I only did one time, yeah.